got a deed to the land, but it ain't my ground. This is God's country. We pray for rain and thank him when it's falling, 'cause it brings a grain and a little bit of money. We put it back in a plate, I guess that's why they call it God's country. I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on the muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a pin-found Dixie whistle in the wind, that'll get you heaven bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. We turn the dirt and work until the week's done. We take a break and break bread on Sunday, then do it all again, 'cause we're proud to be from God's country. I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on the muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a pin-found Dixie whistle in the wind, that'll get you heaven bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. God's country. I don't care what.
Legion of loyal listeners and Wildcat fans, it's Wildcat football on a Friday night, and we're playing for the jug.
Not only the jug, it's Big Rivers Conference opener tonight, Mike Cayley.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful 72 degrees, nary a cloud, no wind, light wind out of the south at about 3. Good evening, everybody. It is Friday Night Lights once again from David Rith Smith Stadium at Raymer Field. I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Mike Cayley, Rob Derry on the camera, and Jeff Meyer getting it done on production tonight. Welcome, everybody, and welcome, Mike. How you doing tonight?
You know, buddy, it's a Friday night. I'm sitting in a chair. I'm in a press box and hanging out with my boys. I don't know what else you want.
You know, as we walk up to the stadium tonight, like I said to Rob on the way in, this is the good old days. You know,
yeah.
We're going to look back on this and remember these times as fond times. Just the camaraderie with you fellas and Friday night high school football, beautiful evenings, playing for the Brown Jug, Big Rivers Conference. There's so much good going on right now. I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
And speaking about memories, Westy, there's about 100 people down there between both fields that will never forget these kind of nights. So.
Never. And we're glad you joined us tonight. And we're ready to call the action for you. But before we get there, we got a little housekeeping to do, right? We're going to go over some statistics, talk about these teams. I am going to get in the elevator, and I'm going to head down, and I'm going to get a good interview with head coach David Crail here very shortly. I'm going to take the headset off, and then I'll rejoin you. We'll go right up into kickoff, and bring you about 2.5 hours of what will be outstanding football tonight.
We hope, yeah. The experience was on last night for the
Watched.
Big Rivers Conference opener in volleyball, where the Wildcats continued their 45 consecutive home win streak.
I watched a little bit of that. I'm going to head down, and I'm going to head down the elevator, and by the time I get down there, you'll get through some stuff, and then we'll bring it back upstairs after I get done with head coach David Crail. So phone your friends. Let your neighbors know. It'd be a great interview with head coach David Crail here in about 5 minutes.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you from the field.
You're lucky that ring toss, that last one went on for that jacket.
I'm lucky. So you're kind of getting it. You know, it's kind of supposed to be kind of a spoof. So I'm working it.
I like it.
Hey, you guys are going to get to see the lovely blue blazer here shortly.
Well, here we go. Big Rivers Conference opener, 67th year of the Little Brown Jug tradition between the Raiders out of Hudson and the River Falls Wildcats. Hudson comes into tonight's matchup, Jeff, 0-2.
0-2, huh?
A little surprising. Adam Cowell's built quite the powerhouse there. He's been there for, I think, somewhere around 12 years. Was emailing Adam, met him in college about 20 years ago. Hudson opened up the season at Onalaska with a 21-14 loss, and then had their home opener last week against Montini Catholic Illinois High School at Hudson and lost 22-7. The Wildcats opened up their season beating New Richmond by 7. Great game-winning touchdown with 26 seconds to go, and then hosted their soon-to-be conference rivals, the Hilltoppers out of Onalaska, in a great matchup last week, losing 21-28 to Onalaska, but they'll be back up here next year as we join the Mississippi Valley. Leading the way here for the Wildcats is the starting quarterback, senior Peter Noreen, in his second, now third game at the helm, wearing the number 16. He's 11 of 21 passing, threw the ball a little bit more last week than he did in week 1. He's 11 of 21, 52.4 completion rate for 150 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 2 picks on the year. Opened up last week, series number 1 with a pick. But the offense right now is all senior, the Barbarian, Seth Cole. Seth Cole in 2 games toted the rock 64 times. Rob, are you listening? 411 yards in 2 weeks. 6.4 yards per carry with 5 touchdowns already, and averaging 205.5 yards per game.
They have state rankings yet for that?
They do. No, you know what? I haven't checked the WIS Sports for that. I'll pull it up next week. Peter Noreen, the second leading rusher for the Wildcats, smooth quarterback option, 19 attempts for 111 yards and 1 touchdown for Peter, averaging almost 56 yards per game. And then the pistol, Jaden Schwantz, junior jetback, 16 carries for 101 yards and popped in his first touchdown last week, I believe. No, I think he had a touchdown last year in high school. Joe Stoffel, the sheriff, leading the way in the receiving category, 6 receptions, 118 yards, 1 touchdown, and that was the game winner on a little trickery play there against Richmond. Peyton Flood has 2 receptions for 30 yards, and that'll do it. On the defensive side of the ball for the Wildcats, the unicorn Riley Hoopert, 8 tackles leading the way. Peter Noreen going both ways with 7 tackles. We've got 1 interception this year, and that's from Samuel Cleveland. And then Connor Cardell's got 6 tackles coming in from the outsider back, and then Joe Stoffel going both ways has 5 tackles. And that'll do it for the statistics here of the Wildcats. Special teams looking good. Steve Klashevsky been perfect on his extra point tries and has yet to have tried a field goal. Joe Stoffel averaging 36 yards per punt, which is pretty impressive for a high school kid. Getting into Hudson, like I said, 0-2 to come to River Falls to open up the Big Rivers Conference. Lost Onalaska by 7, then lost to Montini Catholic. I was emailing Adam Cowles today, just kind of trying to get a little information about this Montini Catholic. You don't see too many high school teams playing out of state. He said they're not very big. They're around 600 students in their school, but they have to play up in 5A due to the multi-tier for private schools there. I believe Illinois goes up to 8A. They've won 6 state championships over the years and lost the state championship last year.
Check 1-2. Check 1-2. All right, very good. Thank you.
Keep that guy in the blazer on camera. There's Kevin Westhouse getting ready to do it. Adam Kell said that the Montini Catholic is a really good program, but Rob, they're ranked in the top 5 in the wrestling for Montini Catholic. And leading the way here for the Hudson Raiders.
You guys ready upstairs?
Always. Born ready. Head coach David Crail, Kevin Westhouse. On the field, tapping the shoulder.
Son, here we go. With head coach David Crail, a little pregame. Tough loss last week against the Onalaska Hilltoppers. One I suppose you guys feel like you maybe could have had. How was practice this week? Did you clean some things up?
Yeah, I thought we had a really good week of practice. Quite honestly, it was our best week of the season so far. So guys were really focused, and I think that we cleaned up a lot of the things that we needed to clean up as we go into conference play here. So I'm excited to see how our work carries over to tonight.
Any tweaks on offense or defense that were going to be noticeable tonight?
Not really. Obviously Hudson plays a little bit of different offensive style than Onalaska or New Richmond. So our defense is specific to that style, but in terms of like drastic changes, no.
Okay, good. So tonight, I know you haven't been involved in a lot of these games. These what do they call them? The rivalry games. Tonight is for the Little Brown Jug. This is a big deal. It's been about a decade since River Falls has gotten the Little Brown Jug. What does that mean to you and your team?
It's important. We talk a little bit about the history of it, and as I go back and do the research, being the new guy here, this being the 102nd meeting of these two teams, it's pretty special to be able to have a rivalry within the state that's that long. There's not a lot of teams that can say that they have that, and to be able to play for that traveling trophy, is pretty cool too. So it's been too long since that's been stored at River Falls High School. So my hope is to see that thing there on Monday morning.
There you go. Big Rivers Conference opens tonight on another beautiful night. Think you got your team ready to go, playing for the Little Brown Jug, and go get them, Coach.
Away we go.
All right, thanks. Head coach David Crail. And we're going to right back up to you guys.
Well, there's Kevin Westhouse on field at pregame with David Crail. Third year trying to win himself his first Little Brown Jug. 0-2 thus far. Lost last year at Hudson, 28-27 with a blocked extra point as time expired. Statistics here for the Hudson Raiders. Owen Anderson is their junior quarterback, I believe. 22 of 41 for 54% completion rate, 174 yards. One touchdown pass, but they've got an option offense they run. And Matteo Bonin is their junior 6'2 running back. He's got 9 attempts for 82 yards. One touchdown. Another Hunter Danielson. He's a tough toter coming out of the backfield. Big hockey player, football player. He's got a touchdown on 22 carries. Owen Anderson, their quarterback, likes the keeper. That's what Adam Cowles ran here in college as the quarterback under Brady. John O'Grady was a big wishbone runner back here. Matteo Bonin is also leading the team in receptions. And then Carter Henrik. They got a couple of boys, though. They got a big boy, gentlemen. On the D side of the ball, he's a University of Wisconsin-Madison commit, Cade McDonald. Jeff, D lineman, 6'7", 250 senior. Woo! Gonna be a Badger, so that's where we're at right there.
Wow.
Big matchup here. Little Brown Jug on the line. Got a little email here from David Crail. Obviously, they're going to put a lot of focus on their defensive pass coverage. Been exposed big time here in the last 2 weeks. He also commented about Matteo Bonin is a great athlete, both run and pass catcher. So here we go. The Little Brown Jug at stake, 66 years. What do you say, 102 meetings between the two?
Yep.
Do you want to know what happened in 1963?
Mike, what happened in 1963?
It's the only tie in the tradition. It was a 0-0 ball game.
Ooh, bar burner.
Currently, River Falls with 35 wins, Hudson with 30, and like I said, one tie. But the big thing here is Hudson's won the last 10 consecutive
That's a long time.
Little Brown Jug. So 2008 was the last time. Before last year, the Wildcats went to the playoffs. That was the last time they held the Jug. They won 22-21. So should be a good matchup. A little odd for Hudson to be coming in here with an 0-2 record. River Falls, like we said, kind of running the gauntlet here with Onalaska, Menominee, and the next week we'll be down at the Mustang Stable against Menominee. Another good interview there. Kevin Westhouse, well done. Well, there we go. Westy, you touched on it in your interview with David Crail.
Mm-hmm.
Said he had a great week of practice, tons of focus, and obviously focusing on defense and a little bit of pass coverage situations, and hopefully they're going to change that up. We'll see if there's any lineup changes here. We've had Sweet Sammy C. and Arsenio Black back there. We've had Peyton Flood, Peter Noreen playing some D-back. Mashevsky, I think is what you said. He was back there playing some cornerback. We'll see if there's any changes. They have the athletes.
They have the athletes. You know, you got to find the want to in some of that too. You know, you go back and watch the game film and you check out effort, you check out positioning, and you hopefully make a few corrections.
I think we were talking there about they play a zone defense, and a lot of guys are biting on a lot of the fakes.
Right.
So we'll have a tough challenge here talking to David Crail via email today. Hudson's a big option, running team, but can also pass out of it. So we'll have to see how disciplined the Wildcats are. And something the last 2 weeks we've talked about is cleaning up the penalties here for the David Crail's Wildcats.
And whether it's at the high school level, college level, or pro level, you get into that option deal. I mean, it's really about discipline on the defense, right? Staying in your lane, staying home, not biting too hard, just doing your job, not trying to do too much.
Well, Westy, I want you to watch number 96 on the D-line for the Hudson Raiders, Cade McDonald, 6'7", 250.
250.
Committed to be a Badger.
Wow, Cade McDonald, we'll keep an eye on him. Number 96, Cade McDonald, 6'7", 250, future Badger.
Yeah, so I'm curious
we'll
in the
keep an
matchup
eye on
there
him.
with Seth Cole and Cade McDonald. See how this is going to come out. And I believe we've finally got Eddie Leash. Eddie Leash.
Is it Lesh? It's Lesh. So we went Loesch. We went Long E Leash.
From an email.
Right, from an email. And now it's Lesh. So hopefully after week three, we've got it dialed in.
Well, he's now just going to be the JYD. He is the junkyard dog.
Hey, we call his name a lot. I'm sure he doesn't really care. Like me, if someone's calling my name for a good play, I don't care.
Well, I mean, that's the.
We got to respect him.
Yeah. Talked to David Craylen before the season opener. Talked if he's going to be an offensive or a defensive team. And obviously, Westy, he was quick to answer that they're powerful on offense. And Seth Cole, in 2 games, has 411 yards.
411 and 4 or 5 touchdowns.
He's got five touchdowns on the year, yeah.
5 touchdowns, 411. He is the workhorse for the Wildcats. Last week, they didn't even really spread it around quite as much as they did in week 1. There was a few less runs by Krieger last week. Schwantz touched the ball quite a bit on the Jets sweep. And then we had, Hoopert, the hoop.
Yep, right.
The hoop. He touched it a couple times at running back last week as well. And also, too, Schwantz is an apology. There was a fumble last week, and I put that on Jaden Schwantz. Actually, that was Hoop who laid that one on the turf. So,
I thought it was.
And here's the deal up here in the
right.
booth. So I'm going to make it. I'm going to go right to the top of the excuse bag. Schwantz is 14. And Hoopert is 44.
Oh, yeah.
And from here, when they're standing kind of on an angle, the 14 looks a lot like a 44.
Sometimes I get a little hypnotized by the backdrop here, your water tower over in the far
you
left.
like that? Uh-huh.
Dark trees, soon to be changing colors.
Just beautiful.
Be ready for the boys of fall here coming up in the next couple of weeks.
It's coming up. It is God's country. I can barely see the Hudson fans. They're dressed in camo tonight, and they're kind of just blending in over there with the backdrop.
Well, the Wildcats, we talked about it last week, Westy, got a little bit of their gauntlet here, right? They had Onalaska, Hudson, then we're down at Menominee next week. So
this is it. This is week 2 of the gauntlet. And Hudson, not often you can say Hudson's 0-2 to start a season. It's probably been a while for them. Wildcats 1-1, looking to put the Hudson Raiders 0-3. And wow, that would be something in Huddy.
Yeah, like I said, I was emailing Adam Cowles a little bit talking about the last week's opponent, Westy. They're a pretty good powerhouse football program down there. And Montini Catholic.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad of a score, really, either.
22-7.
22-7, so Hudson's got to feel pretty good about holding that Illinois State runner-up team, to the 22 variety type score.
Knowing Adam Cowles and the program he's built, his expectations are a little higher than a 22-7 loss. But
yeah,
interesting for high school teams to have to travel out of the state to pick up some common opponents or some common competition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're in the Big Rivers Conference, brother. We're going to run the gauntlet here in the BRC as defending champs of 2018.
That's fun to say, too. River Falls Wildcats defending Big Rivers Conference champions, not only in football, not only in basketball, but
basketball,
and baseball. Volleyball,
cross country,
wrestling,
7 of them. Well, here we go, Westy. They're coming to our right, brother.
Here come the Wildcats. They're coming out of the locker room. The home fans here on the near side get to their feet. Hey, I saw Josh Kluge on the way down. He is going to join us at halftime.
All right, you got that one.
Talking about youth football. Yes, I will. Well, a little follow-up interview from our baseball interview we had. Love to take him on.
Parker, my first grader, get his first game tomorrow, but Rob and I are going to leave the booth here tonight, and we're going to travel to Marshall for the girls' volleyball tournament, where they're currently up 1-0, winning the first set 25-13 against Pemher.
And you'll have that on the YouTube channel tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to have 2 games, 2 matches on there. We'll see
Is
how
that tomorrow morning and afternoon?
That'll be afternoonish.
Okay, watch your YouTube channel. They're listed on there. So here we go. But clock is now at 0. Jeff Meyer is going to reset that, but we're going to do some starting lineups. And here come the Wildcats.
Conference number coaches and spectators.
How come the linemen never come out jumping around and dancing around? It's always the
saving
featured
energy,
player.
Mike.
Is that what it is?
Saving energy. Saving energy.
Prepared for the marathon?
Pep band here tonight. That's always nice to see, too. Let's turn that up and bring that into your living room a little bit.
Cheerleader crew is growing. Dance team growing. Legendary himself, Buck Ogilvie, down here in front of Rob Derry. Tim Lavold, the tube sock. There's Tori Priggy, Mr. Schwans, Mrs. Schwans.
Getting set for our national anthem. Oh, the pageantry, the fun, the setting. High school football from River Falls, Wisconsin. The River Falls Wildcats against the Hudson Raiders for the Little Brown Jug tonight.
Please help the spirit of good sportsmanship by appreciating the efforts of both teams. coaches, and the officials in tonight's contest in a positive manner. Also, please be reminded that state law prohibits the use of tobacco products in an area used by public schools. This
That mic's cutting out down there.
wearing hat. At the conclusion of the game, we ask the fans stay off the field.
Yeah, right.
They're done with their meetings. And now,
Win the
please
little
rise,
brown jug and we're
remove your hat,
going.
and face our flag at the south end of the end zone for the playing of our national anthem.
Here we go. National anthem, folks. Good evening again, everybody, and welcome to high school football, Big Rivers Conference action style tonight. Hudson Raiders have traveled to town to take on the River Falls Wildcats. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Mike Cayley, Rob Derry on the camera, and Jeff Meyer getting it done on production tonight. And now your starting lineups. Tonight's game brought to you by the First National Bank of River Falls, downtown River Falls, downtown Prescott, and on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Thank you, First National Bank of River Falls. There we go, your starting lineups. Got a couple youngsters coming through the line first.
Team focus leadership. Morgan Kill, the 6th middle school. Morgan was selected by River Falls.
Yeah, let's turn it down. Let's turn it down. There we go. We're good.
100% effort at every practice.
There we go.
And now the starting offense for the Wildcats.
Starting offense for your Wildcats.
Number 6, Joe Stoffel.
The Sheriff, Joe Stoffel.
Receiver number 11,
Peyton Pony Boy Flood.
Jaden
Jaden
Schwantz.
Schwantz.
Peter Noreen.
Peter, the Green Machine, Noreen.
5, Seth Cole.
The Barbarian, Seth Cole.
Lineman number 57, Austin Mueller.
Austin Mueller.
Lineman number 50,
Connor
Tanner Zepsic.
Zepzik.
Lineman number 60, Blaine Cohen.
Blaine Cohen.
Lineman number 67, Nate Lineman number 72, Dave Globbett.
Gabe Globitz.
Storm Jefferson.
Storm Jepson.
The rest of the Wildcats under the direction of
Head coach David Crail.
Now there's your center, Blaine Cohen, coming through the chute. Goes to do a little shoulder bump with Damian Hayes and somehow missed and stumbled.
There's your starting offense tonight for the Wildcats. I didn't see who won the toss and who's going to receive.
Nope.
Did you check that?
I'll tell you here in about 14 seconds.
Right, exactly. It's a whiteout tonight here for the Wildcats home fans. There's not many empty seats here on the near side. Hudson traveled pretty well tonight on the far side. Leaves are not turning yet. They're still bright green over here on September 6th.
You may want to move your vehicle, maybe subject to towing at any time. So if you park,
I had 72 degrees.
Too warm.
There's a 1 to 3 mile an hour light breeze out of the southwest. There is nary a cloud, and it is just a glorious night for football here at David Smith Stadium at Rammer Field. Third week in a row, picturesque here from the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Glad you could all join us tonight. nest on in for what is going to be a dandy. I can guarantee there's going to be more action tonight than you saw in the Packers-Bears game last night.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Wins a win. Packers are on top of the NFC North.
So, I was thinking of Packers-Bears when Crail said this is the 102nd meeting between these two schools, very similar to Packers-Bears.
Yeah. 67th year of the Little Brown Jug tradition.
So stay tuned for Wildcat Trivia. There may be a trivia question, something around the Little Brown Jug.
You've got to.
So halftime, that'll be for a Luigi's Pizza. Wildcat Trivia, and it's going to be something around the Little Brown Jug. So
Rob's father-in-law won it last night.
Here we go. Hudson will kick off, receiving deep for the Wildcats, Jaden Schwantz. He'll catch it on the 5. Up the far sideline to the 10 to 15, not much there. Out to the 17-yard line and taken down by a host of Hudson Raiders. So I want to remind everybody, too, that the booster members are being able to pick up their swag tonight. We have a table in the south end of the field. So booster member, south end of the field, pick up your swag bag down there.
Swag bag.
For those of you with the headsets on in the stands listening to our broadcast.
Yep, that's right.
Hey, it happens. It happens. Yeah, go ahead, chime in, hit the like button, comment, let us know where you're listening from tonight. Engage us for mispronouncing names. I think we got Eddie Lesh right tonight after the third week. We went long O, long E, and it's Lesh. There we go. Noreen in the shotgun formation, flanked by Seth Cole. They'll give it to Seth Cole on first down. He's up in there juking and jiving. He's got himself a great 6 yards on first down.
So we do have one injury here for the Hudson Raiders. Ethan Amelsberg had some type of broken something, I believe, on the left arm. I was talking to their YouTube team down there, and he will not be playing tonight. Big defensive player for them, linebacker.
Not a lot there. That when Seth Cole was handed that ball, and then he kept his eyes up, looked downfield, little shiftiness, and he gained 6. 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. Twin receivers here on the near side, single receiver up top. Tight end in the slot formation. Noreen back to pass, looking down the field. Now he's going to run. He's trying to find some room. He's moving. He's got first down yardage and a little bit more. Puts the shoulder down and gains about 7 yards out to the 33-yard line for Peter Noreen, the Green Machine.
Torrin Phelps there, the senior linebacker, gives Peter Noreen a pretty good shot there. They both lowered their head and shoulders, and hopefully Peter will come into that one okay. I'm watching Cade McDonald here, Wesley, University of Wisconsin-Madison commit. Big old number 96 in the middle. He's going up against a couple of our smaller guards, but did a nice job that time.
96. Watch him in white. Once again, Cade McDonald. He's 6'7", 250. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Ball rests on the 32-yard line. Noreen. Little swing pass here to Peyton Ponyboy Flood. He's using his speed. He's got 7, 8, 9.5 yards. Nice little swing pass there. Let's call it 10 yards. Move the chains. Peyton Flood, not a lot of receptions this year. Get the ball in his hands. The kid's exciting, and he's electric.
2 for 30 yards in 2 weeks here. Nice to see a little offense open up. Hadn't seen that play yet in 2 weeks.
No, saving it for tonight.
Saw a little Wildcat one play last time, and Seth Cole coming off a little blood on the elbow, I'm guessing.
Yep, got to come out of the game. They got to get that taped up. Get down to the trainer. It's got a little bit of a trickle of blood there, a little scratch.
Here's Michael Krieger. We'll see how Michael Krieger does filling the backfield behind Peter Noreen.
Home crowd on their stands imploring their Wildcats on a 1st and 10 from the 42. Noreen hands it to Krieger. Straight up the middle. Good hard run. Gain of 3.
There's Torrin Phillips again. He's going to be putting some pound on these guys. 6'3", 210-pound linebacker. Likes to stick his nose in there, Westy. You like that when you're a coach.
So where are you listening from tonight? Let us know. We'd love to give shout-outs, give a little love across the airwaves, all across the 7.3 potential billion listeners tonight from around planet Earth.
What are we touching on in the last few broadcasts? 2,000 viewers?
2,000 people tuning in.
Not bad.
Here we go. 2nd down, and let's call it 7. Cole back in the game. Noreen back to pass, looking across the middle. And little contact there on Jaden Schwantz. Not that open. And Noreen tries to thread the needle. Nothing doing. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Linebacker Killian Dunn. Nice job there covering the open receiver.
3rd and a little bit of meat on the bone here, Mike, at 3rd and 7. Let's see what the Wildcats can draw up now.
Now the Badgers starting to pull out of the BRC. We've got Platter that was down in Menominee. He's a commit down there in his redshirt year. Last year, I believe.
Noreen fakes the handoff, get it out to Peyton Flood again. He's got a little bit of blocking. He's working hard for first down yardage. Gets out to the 50, but he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the yard to gain. It'll be 4th and 2. We'll see what Coach Crail elects to do here at midfield early in the contest, Mr. Cayley.
Crail marches right up the sideline there, Westy. Comes out, gets right on the 50 just to make sure, and decides to punt this one away.
Punt team on the field. I tell you what, though, with Joe Stoffel, the punter, as a defense, wouldn't you always have to be alert here for a little fake or running?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could. He's averaging 36 yards per punt as well, and a couple of punts last week. And
yeah, really nice job. And thinking about it now, your little rugby style. He's got a high handover and kick. Fair catch called for and fumbled. And I think he got back on it. That is Nick Jellick for Hudson, who hit off his shoulder pads. The ball fell to the ground, but Jellick got back on his own ball, and Hudson luckily recovers on their own 19-yard line.
John Firth, the inside backer, first Wildcat standing around the fair catch, tries to fight his way into that one.
As a robot in Lost in Space used to say, danger, Will Robinson, danger, danger, danger on that, but they did recover.
A little shift here in the 3-4 defense. They're going to put Joe Stoffel, the outside backer, down as an interior lineman. They're going to put Isaiah Gray as an outside backer with Connor Cardell.
Jeff Johnson tuning in. Thanks, Jeff. Hey, nice hit at the line.
Well, speak of the devil.
Connor, Joe Stoffel, the sheriff, sticks it up in there for a gain of nothing.
Bison commit, big Joe Stoffel, got his hand in the ground tonight. A little shift on defense, trying to check out some D-backs, Westy. Who do we got out there? We got Sweet Sammy C, Peter the Green Machine, Arsenio Black. Is that Arsenio up on top?
And Sam Cleveland here on the near side on defensive end. Under center, Owen Anderson gives it up the middle. That looks like it's to Hunter Danielson. Gain of maybe 3. It'll be 3rd and let's call it 6.
Damian Hayes there, number 62 for the Wildcats, the first lineman to wrap up and put a little shoulder pop at the feet of the carrier. Who was that, Danielson?
I believe it was.
Great
Hunter
athlete.
Danielson.
Great hockey
5'11 junior. He's 190.
His old man, they're all crazy, those Danielsons. You know them. St. Croix Central.
I said 3rd and 6. Let's call it a long 3rd and 5. Hudson Raiders make their way to the line. They got 2 receivers up top, 1 receiver down low, tight end now in motion. Back to pass. Anderson looking down the field. Rainbow down the far side. He's got a man wide open. And boy, he had all kinds of room. That ball was rainbowed. It was a big pop fly all the way across the field and hit Mateo Bonin for a completion. I can't believe he was that uncovered.
Well, that's that throw. They throw it up there to the Arsenio Black side of the field. Must have got turned around a little bit. That's Owen, what did we say, Owen Anderson?
Owen Anderson.
Not quite a hose on that one.
No, that
Reminded
thing
me
had
of,
air on it.
Russell Wilson back in the NFC Championship game all the way across his body.
Man, so open. He had everybody could see that coming for about 4 seconds, but the Wildcats played so far off they couldn't get there. Rolled in the near side option now. Wildcats do a real nice job stretching it out. Late pitch. Man, real late. That's dangerous and gains about 10. Boy, I can't believe he got that pitch back. And he kind of overhand pitched that. That was dangerous.
Watching Joe Stoffel that time work his way down the line. Westy just fighting off blocker after blocker and then went for the pop at the last second pitch on the quarterback.
Boy, I like the option play, but boy, they had him wrapped up, and then he jump throws with guys draped on him and hits the guy and catches it and gains 10. 1st and 10, Hudson. Make their way to the line. Owen Anderson under center. Hands it off up the middle. Once again, that's to Hunter Danielson. He gains a hard 2.
Nice play that time by Michael Krieger. D-back jumping in and wrapping up real quick.
2nd down and 8 now for the Raiders. They've crossed the 50-yard line. 6:50, 6:49 here to go in the first quarter. There's no score. Wildcats got a couple first downs and then had to punt, stalled out at midfield.
Nice to see Tanner Kelm reading through his carrying bridge. Treatments are going well on the sideline again this week with the Wildcats.
Good. Hudson so far in about a 33-yard drive. It's 2nd and 8. Owen Anderson fakes a handoff. Now he'll keep it and met at the line and works hard for 3 more yards. It'll be once again a 3rd and 5.
Well, combo tackle that time. John Firth finally getting to call his name in the inside backer and Damian Haynes. Joe Stoffel coming out. Michael Cayley, the Mauler, coming in. Now we'll have Junkyard Dog, the Night Rider, and the Mauler, and the 3 hands down.
Hey, good to see Nate Rixman online. It's time to bring home the brown jug, boys.
So Isaiah Gray, Westy, is the big change. You're stepping outside as an outside backer. Typically you have Stoffel and Connor Cardell. Isaiah Gray, the second tight end, with Joe Stoffel on the offensive side of the ball.
Potential 4-down territory here for Hudson. It's 3rd and 5. It's ball, nose of the ball rests on the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. Heavy set,
Whistle
full
late.
backfield. Now we're going to have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Hudson, their first of the game. So with 5:37 to go here in the first quarter, there is no score. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Hudson, and they take a timeout. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by, once again, the First National Bank of River Falls. We'd like to thank Jeff Johnson et al. Down at the First National Bank. If you need a home loan, a refinance, a new snowmobile, a new boat, need to open an account, or just need some cash, go see Jeff Johnson and the folks down at First National Bank of River Falls in downtown River Falls, downtown Prescott, and on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. You're sure to open up a new loan with First National Bank there.
Well, the Wildcat volleyball team opens up down in Marshall 1-0 with a quick 2-set win.
Undefeated yet this year, huh, Mike?
Yep.
So here we go. Hudson makes their way to the line. This time looks like we're going to go shotgun formation. Owen Anderson. Referee sets the ball, whistles go. Anderson barking out the signals. Sage Lewis in motion. Anderson moving to his right. He's in big pressure.
There's Connor Cardell, Westy.
Woo! The speed and agility and athleticism of Connor Cardell wraps up Owen Anderson. And wow, is he quick.
Great play coming all the way across the left side of the line. Connor Cardell loves that outside backer position. Does a lot of job disrupting, but hasn't made any big plays like that so far this year. Nice to see.
Owen Anderson's eyes got as big as softballs. Cardell, he closed on him in a hurry.
Yeah, we're rolling some different D linemen here, and they're nice to see. Joe Stoffel coming in here on this punt. We'll see what happens.
Loss of 7 on the play. Hudson will punt away now. Almost blocked.
Was tip maybe.
Maybe tip. Ball's caught by Peyton Ponyboy Flood on the 30-yard line. Fair caught in traffic. And all is well. The Wildcats will take over on their second possession. 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Well, there we go. Punt apiece for each team. Shaking out the little brown jug, and this is for our team here, Westy. We used to play this every night on the Experience.
Just a good old boy.
There we go.
Never meaning no harm.
Well, the Wildcat volleyball team going to be facing off against Prior Lake, ranked in the top 10 in the state of Minnesota. Big win here. Let's see how Peter Noreen settles in here.
A lot of passing in that first series,
Yeah.
more than we've seen all year.
Audible out.
Audible out, looking to the sidelines, and everybody's got the play. Twin receivers here to the near side, one receiver up top. Joe Stoffel in the slot formation. Seth Cole flanks Peter Noreen. They'll just give it to Cole. Good hard run. Tough 3 yards for Seth Cole.
Seth Cole carrying. Tackle number 46.
Welcome aboard, Brianna Brethel. Go Cats.
Brianna
She's a-
Brathel. She's one of the volleyball players.
There we go, Brianna.
She
There
better
we
be
go.
playing. We've got Mike Mayer, Beth Mayer's dad, down in Marshall with Matt and Beth at the volleyball tournament, watching the Cats take on Hudson in between games.
Why not?
Well, welcome, volleyball fans. You're on for a good night of the Little Brown Jug with Hudson and River Falls, opening up the 2019 BRC with the Wildcats as the defending conference champs.
Just a glorious evening.
What, does Kit Lutke put himself in a timeout here next to us, or
Kid
what?
Lukey's next door, 2nd and 7.
Come on.
Cole trying to get the edge. He cuts
Ooh,
back. It looks like a
face
face
mask on
mask
that.
there. They got that. Yeah. You can always tell it's a face mask when the runner's looking through his ear hole.
Yeah, Ron Finch, their number 23 for the Hudson Raiders, tries to blow it up, and just as he wraps his arm up, gets the inside part of Seth Cole's helmet
Yep.
there. Apparently River Falls down here in the whiteout says you can't do that.
Nice job, Rob Derry, on the camera work there. You all got a really good look at that at home. You saw Seth's head get jerked around here on the near side, and that's going to be a 15-yard variety face mask.
Face shield.
Did we bring Wiley tonight or not? I mean, anybody bring her cage up here? I saw it earlier at the pre-production meeting. I don't know if she made the ride or not, though.
Prior Lake lost. Wow, never mind. We're not going to be playing Prior Lake. Wow.
There we
Thanks,
go.
Coach.
1st and 10 Wildcats after the face mask call.
Wow.
Move out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
Wildcats break huddle. Now they make their way to the line. Here on the near side, Storm Jepson in receiving slot position. Kind of quiet. Noreen
No receptions.
barking out the calls. Back to pass, looking down the field. Not a lot open.
just
Rainbow down the
gets it
far
off.
side. Got him on. Got a man. Caught. Flood. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
There it is. Peyton Flood on the bomb, Westy. You can't beat that in high school football.
55 yards. Noreen to Flood.
Got a 15-second commercial.
Touchdown.
How long is that one, Westy? Give me that.
55 yards. Nice job by Noreen leading Peyton Flood out there. Leads him in. Flood then works his way from the 15-yard line in a little bit of traffic.
How many yards?
55.
Woohoo!
Klashevsky bangs it through, and the Wildcats are on the board. Off of the Noreen to Flood hookup for 55.
Boy, that's a nice way to open up River Falls here. Punt Series 1, Hudson punt Series 1, and then a bomb to Flood. Nice to see Peyton getting himself into it. His first touchdown of the 2019 campaign. Has 2 receptions tonight. Had 2 coming into tonight. Nice, well done. Nice job, pitch and catch. Peter Noreen maybe starting to get a little comfortable in this quarterback position.
Well, one thing we know they worked on in practice this week and were emphasized was Peter's going to throw the ball more.
Do you have time to get under that one with the camera, Rob?
Yeah, massage concepts, sports therapy, and training, says Go Cats.
Nice.
7-0 Wildcats with 3:40 to go here in the first quarter. Once again, I'm Kevin Westell, joined by Mike Cayley, Rob Derry, the artist on the camera, and Mr. Jeff Meyer, the maestro over here working the production. Just to let you know, Jeff Meyer does not get to see the game. He is over here punching numbers like he is playing a synth.
Asteroids.
Yes.
Asteroids. Galaga.
So we go back and we review the game, and Jeff says, like, I didn't know. I didn't see the game.
Did we win that one?
So, Jeff,
yeah.
so you better take your hat off to Jeff Meyer, who's sacrificing this wonderful game to keeping you up to date on down and distance and possession and score. He's doing it all. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Well, David Creel mentioned it in the email, mentioned in the pregame, Westy. Focused week of practice. About time to settle in here in week 3.
Low kick, picked up on the 20 by the upback. Got a little bit of room, and that is Tyler Stubendick, who takes it out to the 40.
Talk to their broadcast team. A lot of nice compliment words for Stubendick. Athlete.
Well, how about this? So Penny Keith says you're coming in loud and clear, oceanfront
Where is she
in
now?
Hawaii.
Penny Keith is our
Mekalekahana Campground in Hawaii.
Bless
So how
you,
about
Penny
that?
Keith.
Bless you.
Mekawaka Hane Hane Pane. I've been there twice.
There's one watching from extremely muggy Fort Polk, Louisiana, says
Yeah.
Greg Anderson.
Yes. Greg
And-
Anderson, he's deployed. My neighbor, old hockey player.
That was a little bit of whoa Nelly right there, Mike Reardon. Here we go, 1st and 10, Hudson. Handoff up the middle, got a little bit of room. Working hard, I believe that is that Sage Lewis with the ball?
Might be, but I'm going to
Nope, that was 17. That's Chase MacArthur.
Whoa, I'm talking about John Firth finally getting into the action. Here's an inside backer for the Wildcats, starting to stick his nose in there a little bit.
Chase MacArthur, he's a 6'2", 200-pound senior. Good hard 7 yards there.
Yeah, kinda
For Chase.
Michael Krieger doing an inside backer job as a nickel back package here.
2nd and 3. Anderson hands it off. That's close to first down yardage. They might mark it about a foot short. Let's see. That give was to Hunter Danielson. He's going to be, well, now they moved it back. He's going to be third and 2 feet.
Well, here we go. Starting to roll some D lineman. Haynes out, Cayley in.
Real good look at that, Rob Derry. You can see they need to get to the 49. They're about 2 feet short. 3rd and 2 feet.
Watch a quick hitter here.
Full backfield. Owen Anderson in the shotgun. Man in motion. Crossbuck play here to the near side. Can't make the tackle. And to the outside gets Mateo Bonin. And he gains about 14 yards. Knocked out of bounds at the 36.
Good misdirection. You got the options out of the option, and Connor Cardell had a little hand on him, had a little light hand coming around the edge there with some speed. And got to crash in on it. Stayed disciplined on the option offense.
1st and 10 now for Hudson. Keeper this time, and nice job right there, taken down by Eddie Lesh.
The junkyard dog and Isaiah Gray in on that tackle.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 now for the Hudson Raiders.
You gotta love watching the junkyard dog, Westy. After 2 plays, he looks like he's all disheveled. The jersey's untucked, the numbers unreadable.
Sam Schaefer, welcome aboard, watching from Ohio.
Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Old defensive, hard-hitter defenseman for me.
2nd and 9, and once again, a little option here to the near side, short side of the field. Not a lot doing. Wildcat sniffed it out really well. Now finish it, and they do, but not till after a gain of about 2 or 3. 3rd and let's call it 7. A little bit of meat left on the bone here for Huddy.
What's your job here, Connor Cardella, the outside backer on that one? Don't try to guess. Knock one. Make one guy do something.
That play is a little easier to defend, too, when they run that to the near side of the field. They really got a lot less real estate to work with there. Wildcats did a nice job stringing that out, and the Hudson was lucky to even get 2 out of that.
Waiting to see what Owen Anderson does here, West. He's 22 of 41, completing 54% of his passes. Just didn't have much strength on the one pass thus far.
$1:13 to go here in the first quarter.
challenging him,
7-0
Rob?
Wildcats. Back to pass, rolling to his left, throwing across the body. He's got a man near the 5, 10.
Got it.
Touchdown, Huddy. Peter Noreen on the coverage there on the far side, but a pretty good pass and catch. That was completed to Mateo Bonin. We talked about him in the pregame, Mike.
Well, there's Bonin. I mean, again, he's their leading receiver and rusher. How many yards that one go for, Westy?
That
40?
was, 36.
36. Nice ball. I challenged his arm, and he proved me wrong. Talking about the throwing strength of Owen Anderson, and completes a bomb on that one.
It was decent coverage by Peter Noreen, but Bonin had a step on him, and the throw was right there and reeled it in. A little fake-a-rooney. Now there may be some trouble. Going to go for 2. String it out. Let's see if they can get him here on the near side. And
he fumbled it.
Fumbled the ball. No good. Does not complete. I don't think that was a fake. I think that was just a miscue, a botch snap. And he tries to run it to the corner, doesn't get there.
Well, those are the moments, Westy.
Extra point does not happen. So with 1 minute left in the first quarter after the botched extra point attempt from the Hudson Raiders, it is River Falls 7, Hudson 6. Could be a big point in this game.
Well, funny things like that happen. Peter Noreen and John Firth, they're great pursuit of the ball carrier, trying to beat him to the pylon, and Johnny Firth working hard. There's big old Coach Nesbitt, got the wristband on the left arm. Wants to talk to his boys. Got the headset on. Who's number 33 down here for the Wildcats wearing a headset? Jake Rivard.
1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Just a brief moment here to remind people, too, we're a 100% volunteer group up here. You guys spend a lot of time, money, effort to get this out to all of you folks. And if you want to hit the donate button, if you go back to River Falls Sports homepage, there's a donate button on there. If you're feeling it, go ahead and drop a couple bucks on the plate. You can buy ourselves a new headset, maybe buy us some Wi-Fi someday. Put some gas in Rob Derry's car.
No, he doesn't need gas. He's got the taco.
There we go. 1 minute to go. If your heart leads you, that's where we go with that. Here we go. 1 minute, kickoff.
Come on, Pistol. Go with speed.
Pistol grabs it, but
nope.
Logan Zyduk says, I want some of that, and he goes nowhere.
Let's see if that comes up, number 5. Who's on that tackle? Good hard-working play for the Hudson Raiders. Couldn't catch a number, but Zyduk paddled all the way back, hoping Schwans would call him off on that one, but didn't.
It's a little easier for the guy going forward to receive that than the guy going back, kind of like catching a fly ball, moving backwards, trying to make it throw to home plate. It's a little tough to get yourself turned around quickly.
We're setting the pace here, Westy. We open up with a punt. Hudson delivers back with a punt. Then we score a bomb of a touchdown, and Owen Anderson connects with Monteo Bonin on a big bomb.
52 seconds to go here now in the first quarter. 7-6 Wildcats. They're going to start this drive from their own 12. Noreen. A false start, I believe, there.
Yep. Good call. First penalty against the Wildcats, I believe.
I think so.
Tidied up a little bit.
Eli Hall jumped on the back of the Barbarian. He wanted to make a tackle, but whistle blew that dead. It's going to be 1st and 15 now, I believe, for the Wildcats.
Mark Kilger was asking if Michael Cayley's the long snapper. Rob, keep an eye. I don't know if he's got that duty or not. I don't think so.
You know what I forgot tonight? Water.
Socks?
Water.
Oscar White back on the sideline here. ETS guru went off to where? Finland? Play a little football, Norway or Finland? Becker doesn't know.
1st and 15, wind the clock. Now we're going to get that right back. I believe that was number 94, Holden Lukens, who got into the neutral zone there for Hudson. And a couple whistles, a couple penalties, and we are right back where we started.
17?
Gary Lubitsch, she says, hello, Mike.
Oh, Gary Lubick, our lead custodian. He's been a fill-in temp custodian for the last year and a half.
Welcome aboard.
If you're looking for a job, go try to be a custodian because we cannot seem to fill anybody, and Gary Lubick is running the show at Lake Middle School. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat.
1st and 10. 52 seconds on the clock. Now I'm starting to get flashbacks from last night's NFL game. A lot of whistles and a lot of flags and a lot of not a lot of action. Down.
Mark Chapin, the middle school principal, let his kid bring in Wiley tonight. He's been training him down the street a little bit. So
Wiley,
good.
Thanks. It's always good when you pull those snacks out of your right front pocket. She knows they're coming.
She goes right for Rob's toes, knowing that he's not wearing any socks or shoes again.
That's good.
All right, let's get this thing rolling, Westo.
1st and 10. What's going on? Here we
Saved
go.
the broadcast last night, Godfather, with a late call into the Godfather to fix the equipment. We didn't have internet connection.
Had some friends over at the U-Bomb. I broke outside, and then we talked you through it. Here we go, 1st and 10. Give it on the jet sweep to Schwantz, running a few guys over, and takes it for 2 yards.
Aggressive runner, man. He loves to lay the lumber there. That on the losing center. That was number 53 for the Hudson Raiders. No, I'm sorry, he's out of the game, so it's not going to be Amsberg. He is in the game.
That's a tough 3 yards right there for Jaden Schwantz.
Does he get a club? No, must be a different number.
Clock continues to run. I believe they're going to have one more play.
Big connection with
at least one, unless we get an incomplete pass or something like that. 2nd and 7 now for the Wildcats.
Schwann's out wide.
Twin receivers here to the near side. Little shifting on defense. Noreen back to pass. His eyes are down the field, and he is in big trouble, and he is sacked in the backfield. I get a number on that Matt truck right there. That's number 65 for the Hudson Raiders, Evan Taylor, who brings down Noreen in the backfield for a loss of about 7.
Well, keeping an eye on Peyton Flood that time. In the slot, they put Schwann's out wide on the bottom. Nobody to cover Peyton Flood. Ran down the field with nobody around him. Peter Noreen's got to take a little peek and say, oh, yeah, got a little one-on-one, one-on-none. Switching duties.
How you doing? Everybody good back there?
Yeah, of course. Just trying to prepare for a marathon night. Got to drive 3 hours across the state of Minnesota.
What do you think if I give this guy a $10 bill? Think he'd go down and get us some waters?
Hey, Chape, would you go down and get us waters? Chapin.
What are the chances if I gave you that, get us some waters?
God, he's a good kid.
4. Thank you.
You keep the change, too. It's Westy's money. I always love giving away other people's money.
The kid probably needs it. He needs a couple bucks.
There's Jack Haskins. Hans Paulson. What the heck am I talking? Zach. Jack Stoffel. I like to see the kids coming back out of the coaching staff. Nice to see.
Yep.
David Kralin, year 3, 0 for 2 in the Little Brown Jug with a heartbreaker last year, Westy.
Heartbreaker.
28-27.
Score the late touchdown. We got a little bit too excited, take a little bit too long to snap the extra point. 5-yard penalty, and the kick gets blocked, and you lose by 1.
38-7 in the first showdown with the Crail versus Cowles.
With 1 quarter in the books here from David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field, 7-6 Wildcats. 3rd and 12 for River Falls. Second quarter, here we go.
Booth is getting packed up here, isn't it?
It's getting pretty crowded.
We got the managers doing their recording on Huddle, and then we got Hudson. Welcome aboard, young man. Comes into evil territory here in the Wildcat press box and has to deal with Wiley licking his calf the whole night.
3rd and 12. Swing pass, got it to the far side. Not a lot of room, trying to make something happen. Keeps his balance and gains about 6 or 7, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. Punt time for River Falls. It'll be 4th and 3.
Joe Stoffel on the field. 2 punts last week, already having in the second punt here. Hudson a little hungry, Westy, like we talked about in the pregame, coming in 0-2, opening up the Big Rivers Conference. I mean, obviously non-conference doesn't mean too much. However, the Wisconsin playoffs do need 500, usually 5 wins or more?
Yes.
Come on, Big Joe.
Joe runs it to his right. High, end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for and caught on the 48-yard line. That is number 26 for the Hudson Raiders, Nick Jellick, who reels that in. And the Hudson Raiders with pretty good field position here on their possession.
Yeah, what are they on? Their own 40?
48. 48
I'm
yard
going to say
line.
fair catch in punts in high school football is about the same as trying to take a serve in volleyball, Westy. We all think you should catch it every time.
Yeah.
Not as easy as you think.
Not as easy. I know Coach Crail, too, does have kind of the philosophy of just catch the ball and we'll play it where it lies.
Defense time to rise up here for the Wildcats. Botched extra point on the last touchdown, or their only touchdown for the Raiders.
Handoff right up the middle. Hard hitting. The bones are cracking. Helmets are popping. And here we go. Who'd you have on that?
Riley Hoopert tugging at the ball, and then puts his face mask right on number 5 there. Hunter Danielson with a little chirp talk, face mask to face mask.
Hunter Danielson with a gain of 3, and Hoopert gets a good hard knock on him. It'll be 2nd and a long 7.
And here he goes. Isaiah Gray again here, Westy, taking that outside backer spot. Joe Stoffel coming in as one of the 3 down linemen.
Man in motion. Pitch it out to the far side. Good
nice
read
trade,
there.
Michael Krieger.
Can't quite wrap up on Mateo Bonin, who gains about 7. They're going to be just short of first down yardage. Actually, it was pushed out of bounds earlier than I thought. And it's going to be actually 3rd and about 5.
You know, you look at both sides of the ball, Westy. I mean, everything here in high school sports is all athletes now. They're training way harder, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, girls last night doing interviews from Eau Claire North. Abby Derry coming up.
Very
all
professional.
Yep.
I just get almost verklempt listening to those young high school kids and the way they compose themselves and hold themselves in those interviews.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 now for Huddy.
Oh.
Wildcats get in the neutral zone, and that rule is you can't get back now. And they're going to give him 5 yards, and that's going to be real close to first down yardage. Isaiah Gray lands up in the neutral zone on the hard count, and it's either going to be 1st and 10 or 3rd and about 2 inches.
Yeah, I think
You're marching it off, and let's see.
there's your 2 inches. Ooh, the Hudson fans from across the field chirping at the whiteout. Oh, look at the Hudson manager comes over here with a little smile. You don't like Adam Cowles, do you? I heard he's kind of a weird teacher.
1st and 10, Huddy.
Weird math teacher.
Quick handoff up the middle. That one goes to Hunter Danielson. That's a tough yard for Hunter.
Doing a nice job here swarming the ball around. We had Haynes and Kaylee in there, it sounded like.
The Mauler.
I don't see him, but I heard a name call. Might be the junkyard dog. Eddie
Lesh.
Boy, some of these, that was like when we were down at the basketball game with McGowan. Told you what the dad texted me. He said he wanted me to call him at halftime and apologize for not being prepared to do my job.
Oh, yeah, the volunteer position, right? Yeah, job. This is called
I believe
volunteer.
we're with River Falls
We're trying
Sports.
hard, folks. We're trying hard. We
Wide
take
open.
suggestions here to the near side. It's a good stiff arm, and then driven out of bounds, short of first down yardage. That one's complete to Mateo Bonin again.
Well, I was talking with David Crail over email today, and he talked about that young man being an athlete, Mateo Bonin. I guess that was enough for first down yardage. I thought he was pushed out a little early, a little blocked here on the near side, but he kept his feet in bounds. And 1st and 10, Hudson now matriculating down to the Wildcat 31-yard line. Hard part about defending the option, right, is being able to see the ball as a backer or down lineman, trying to keep track of where it's at, making sure you're doing your job. Just lost my left ear.
Saw that.
It felt nice. That's okay, buddy.
1st and 10. Anderson back up the middle, and Wildcats right there.
Stick of Riley Hooper putting the shoulder pad right in his gut. And Riley Hooper having a nice night here, trying to win a jug and bring it back to the Wildcat display case.
Damian Hayes also there ripping that pile back
Night
for
Rider.
the Wildcats. The Night Rider. 2nd and 9 now for Huddy.
Connor Cardell, I think we got to figure out a nickname for little CC.
Yeah, something. It'll come to you. It'll come to you.
Call him the Mustang. You like that one? Thank you, sir. Oh, Chape, you're a good man.
9.
Which Chapin are you?
Yeah, there's
Eric?
some H2O.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Westy.
Thank you, man. Why don't you keep that?
Next time we want it
Thank
cold,
you.
though, Eric. All right, D rise up. Here we go.
Little pitch
Sniffed
option.
out both ways, and Krieger can't do it again, but Damian Hayes, the Knight Rider, lumps the big frame on top of him.
Oh, Knight Rider, nice job getting there and just finishing that tackle. Wildcats sniffed that out, Krieger just couldn't quite wrap up.
I'm going to predict Michael Krieger with a game-changing play tonight sometime. He's close. He's been sniffing around on those options.
I like it.
See what happens with
Third and
Freddie
long.
Krieger.
3rd and 7, probably 4-down territory for Huddy. Owen Anderson takes the ball, bad snap. He's down, heavy pressure, screen near the near side. It's wide open. He's got room. 5,
in the back,
20,
no call.
25, and down to the 11-yard line goes Hunter Danielson. Boy, they had that screen set up really nice, and the Cats bit.
Dane DeMuth there with a big block in the back on the Mustang. Connor Cardell, no flag on the play. Got to know when you come through that easy, Westy, there's usually someone behind you.
Yep, and I give credit Hudson there. They executed that screen very well, and the blue jerseys were like a bunch of salmon swimming upstream right there. They had nowhere to go.
Haven't been on offense in a long time, it seems like, Kay.
A lot of possession here for Huddy. Handoff up the middle. Nice hard hit right at the line by Connor Cardell once again.
There's the junkyard dog and the Mustang. Connor Cardell, in on that one.
Hudson knocking on the door here in the red zone. They've got it down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the 8. Wildcat defense are going to have to stiffen up here.
Started this drive short field on the 48 of their own territory.
Anderson on the keeper. Taken down at the 4. Nice tackle right there by Peter Noreen.
Johnny Firth in on that one. Peter Noreen upends him there and sticks the shoulder pad in the gut. Good technique on that tackle.
Wildcats have once again strung it out to 3rd down. Let's see if they can hold here. I think Hudson is 4 for 4 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
Campus security lingering back there on the trail. Look out, we got a couple of lovebirds walking the cardboard hill. We used to call that back in the day here.
Lingering.
3rd
down and 3 from the 4. Hudson makes her way to the line. Owen Anderson. He'll take the snap. He'll give it up in there. And nice job there.
The Mauler Michael Cayley fights through the block and good stick in on the ball carrier.
Nice job by Mike Cayley staying home right there. Runner comes by him and textbook wrapping up and bringing that down. 4th and a yard now from the 3.
A little slow getting up that time, Westy, was Mateo Bonin. Maybe
here we go.
Little jab in the
Wildcat fans on the near side rise to their feet. See if they can get their defense to rise up, but not before a timeout by the Hudson Raiders. With 6:25 to go here in the second quarter till the half, it's River Falls 7, Hudson 6, but Hudson's knocking on the door, and they're going to have a 4th down chance here from the 3. No chance they kick a field goal here, Mike, huh?
No.
Going to pound it in there. What do you think? They go a little Nebraska right here and fake the run and maybe a little roll out, a little
about the
dunk
option.
pass in?
Maybe we can get some sloppy snaps coming in the backfield and see what happens.
I think if you're the Wildcats, I think you just sell out here, right? And you got to stuff this, and if they come up with something tricky and they make a great play, you got to take your hat off. But I think you got to sell out here and you got to stuff this at the line.
There's Michael Cayley going through his technique on his buddy at the water cooler and saying, yeah, I just had him right around the waist.
You bet. Here we go now, Wildcats. Defense on the field. Hudson Raiders make their way to the line. They got the play they like.
Laid on the line is what Westhouse says here.
I would just get up in there and make him do something on you. Quarterback. Pitch out to the far side. You're going to try to string it out.
Oh,
Wildcats there. It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Wow.
Rob Derry, what do you got in the camera on that? It's going to be really close. I don't think he made it.
No, big celebration.
What a hold
Trying
by
to
the
see.
Wildcats. Turnover on downs.
Arsenio Black
Woo!
in on a great tackle. Good read. Boy, good ball pursuit by the Wildcats.
Mateo Bonin on that carry. Wildcats strung that out and then did exactly what they had to do. They held him from making that yard. He made about, 2.5 feet and not quite enough. And the Wildcat defense holds.
Starting this one on the 2.
Big defensive stand right there by the dark blue Wildcats.
Obviously, Westy, you get the energy from the touchdowns, but a big stand for the defense gets a little things fired up here, brings the energy up. Spirit breaker on the D-line.
That's big. Let's see if he can make us drive here now. Seth Cole breaks it through there for a gain of about 11. Boy, he was one white jersey away from taking that 98 yards. Whew, that was close. He was ready to get off and get up on the scamper there, Mr. Cayley.
Well, Seth Cole, the leader of the Wildcat offense, with 64 carries, 5 touchdowns for 411 yards coming in tonight.
Whew, that was almost...
Check your coverage here, Westy. Peyton Flood in the slot again. Nobody on him. Let's see if they can run him. Now the safety's creeping.
Single coverage. Give it to the Barbarian, Cole.
Boy,
he's
what a
working hard. High knees. He's coming through there. And 3 more yards for Seth Cole.
Holden Lutkins hits him in the backfield, Westy, and hits him low. Balance of Seth Cole is one of his strengths. An amazing strong runner.
2nd down and 5 now for the Wildcats.
Sun is setting, lights are on. The glow of fall is upon us. I feel like writing a poem.
You could here. You could Francis Scott Key this almost.
Take
There's
a
so much inspiration in front of you. Handoff once again. The Barbarian. Why not stick with the horse that got you here? He's spinning. He's running hard. He gained 7 more yards when there was nothing there. 7 more yards and a Wildcat first down.
Yards after contact. Killian Dunn lines up Seth Cole, has him in his grasp. And Seth Cole says, hey, buddy, it's going to take more than one to get me down. We're starting to build that drive on the Barbarian's shoulders. Offensive line, Westy doing a good job, starting to take care and control the trenches.
Well, Amy, your nephew is running like a possessed wild man tonight. He is looking good.
Who's Amy? Sister? Aunt?
This is Aunt. Here we go.
Come on, Peter.
Give it to Cole.
Oh.
That time there's a host of white shirts there, and that's a tough yard for Seth Cole.
First one in on that one,
4:43,
Westy is-
4:42, 4:40. And the clock continues to tick.
Right. D lineman Evan Tyler, 6'3", 220 pounds, sophomore. Yeah.
Hey, so far this drive, I'm just going to consider this a success. You get out from the shadow of your own goalpost. You push it out here a little bit. Milk the clock. That was a huge stand. If you could take this down and put some points on the board, what a game changer that would be there for
Coming
the
into
Wildcats.
halftime, going to the locker room all fired up. Blaine Cohen, Austin Mueller, Zepkrick, Adi and Globitz.
Now we got a false start by the sheriff there on the far side. A little bit too eager.
Had him on the seam route.
Had him on
wanted
the
to get
seam.
down there.
Wanted to get down there. Started leaning forward and just couldn't help himself. 5-yard penalty on the Wildcats. False start on the sheriff, Joe Stoffel.
Timely penalties we've faced in the last 2 weeks here calling the Wildcat football. Wildcats on a punt, had a touchdown, 3rd possession, punted away again, and started this one on their own 2.
Storm Jepson into the game for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 15 for River Falls. Jepson here to the near side. Peyton Flood in the slot area. Trips out here to the near side, actually. Noreen on the keeper, and not a lot doing there. Taken down by number 94, Holden Lutkins.
6'2", 235 junior D lineman.
3rd and long now for River Falls.
I want to think our starting center when I was a senior was Pete Morrow, and Pete must have been about 6'1", maybe $170.
Amy's watching from El Paso, Texas.
Well, here we go. A little misdirection trickery here, Westy. See if we can catch him, or do we got a little Peyton Flood?
I don't know. It's tough. 3rd and 13. You just lick your wounds here and punt it away and move on, or you kind of go for it.
I'm going to go for it.
Trips up top. Stoffel here in the slot here in the near side in the tight end position. Peter Noreen. Now we got a timeout.
River
Wildcats. That'll be their first of the half. They'll have 2 remaining with just over 3 minutes to go here till the half. 7-6 Wildcats. And Coach Crail wants to make sure he's got the right play in here for 3rd and 14. Once again, we could thank our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls, downtown River Falls, downtown Prescott, and on the campus of the University of Wisconsin. River Falls, thank you, Jeff Johnson at TEL at the First National Bank of River Falls. And with that music in the background, I almost lost my cadence.
You don't ever lose your cadence, my friend. You've been doing this since you were 7 years old. Your cadence is always good. It's about as good as the timing of my music this year. Toning down the music after listening to a lot of the broadcasts in the offseason.
We get just a taste of it, right?
And then I wasn't ready for the big bomb for Peyton Flood. I couldn't even can't touch this up there.
All right, we'll have her ready next time. There we go, 3rd and 14.
Cueing on Joe Stoffel. Let's see what he does. Nope.
Going to give it to Cole. Get some blockers out there and a little bit of effort, and that's a tough 7 yards for Seth Cole. Wow, all the way out to the 31.5-yard line. Won't definitely be first down yardage, but still a real nice gain on something that not much there. He'll get it out to the 31.5, and the Wildcats will punt it away now.
Obviously, Seth Cole is doing a great job running. I'm waiting for timing on the guard pull of the Zep in the pit bull, man. They're fast on their guard pull.
He said it's Zepsick.
I'm just calling him the Zep.
Zepsick.
2 guys deep here, Westy. We'll see if we can get Michael Krieger down the field.
Stoffel punts it away. Nice end over end kick.
Find the ball, boys.
Gets on the
Find
32. Kind of gets a Hudson bounce. Get on that.
There's blast off, Westoff.
He'll touch it down at the 35.5, 36-yard line of the Hudson Raiders, and that's where they'll set up shop. 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Got some good field possession here. They started on the 19 in their first possession. On the 40, came back to start on their 48-yard line, and now they're starting this one on the 36th.
Just over 2 minutes to go till the half. 7-6 Wildcats. Hudson's probably had the upper edge on yardage tonight, but the Wildcats' defense has stood strong when it counted.
We've lost our iPad stat man. Garrett Hackle is no longer in charge, and I don't see any iPads over here.
Back to pass, little pump fake. He's got a man wide open, and just out of the outstretched arms of Carter Herink.
Herink?
I
think I went to college with his dad.
Carter Herink.
His brother was a great quarterback here.
You talked about that in the pregame, too.
Well,
Wildcats biting a little bit on the fakes. They bit there, and Herink got in behind the defense.
Well,
and I tell you what, Owen Anderson just missed Herink for 6.
Late on that one. Peter Noreen jogging back to the line of scrimmage in the huddle, and David Crail on the field with a few extra words. Peter Noreen led the team in interceptions last year as a cornerback.
Man in motion now for Huddy. 2nd and 10. Handed off to the bag up the middle.
Who's that?
Woo!
There's the Knight Rider, Damian Haynes, having a great ball game tonight.
Boy, what a game on the line for Damian Haynes. That's about his 5th tackle of the night,
nice
and
to see him.
solo tackles.
Talked to Pete Range, the D-line coach, about Damian. He said, he comes in, been moving around a lot. I think he was down in Texas last year, and a couple years before that he was somewhere else and just trying to find a little place that he calls home.
Oh, found a
Tonight
home
he's on
here.
Raymer Field.
3rd and 9. This is a big play. Could the Wildcats get the ball back at this half? Pump fake is in
Good
big
deep.
trouble.
Joe
Got him
Stoffel.
flushed out to the far side.
There's the pistol!
Jaden Schwantz on the big sack on the far side.
No one bit on that pump fake, Westy. Good
No one
coverage
bit.
downfield by the Wildcats.
Timeout here? They took it. I believe they took a timeout. It's still on the clock.
Well,
Yes,
here
they
we go.
did.
A Knight Rider coming in. Good series there for Damian Haynes. I tell you, Jaden Schwantz, tough cookie there, man. Loves to come in full bore, either running the ball, catching the ball, or on tackles.
4th and 16 after the Wildcat timeout. They're going to have about a minute and a half left here, maybe to do something with the ball. It's going to be 4th and Roberts for Hudson.
Where were we there? Did we come in leading to Richmond at halftime? Were we tied with Onalaska last week at halftime?
There's close games. I can't remember. Were they tied?
Is that what it was?
Good. They're both
Big
close.
old Pete
Back
Range,
and forth.
the
Close.
D-line coach having some words with the Knight Rider. Big hug there from some other teammates.
So 4th and 16. Back deep for the Wildcats. Is that
Dan Zuley.
who's back deep for the Wildcats?
Should be Jaden Schwann.
Is
Nope,
it
that's
Swanson?
Peyton
Peyton Flood. Standing at his own 42. Pony
Fair-
Boy
fair
Flood
catch
back in
and
his
go.
42. Punt is away.
Jeez, nice punt.
Flood's going to let that go over his head. It takes a Hudson roll. And now back to Wildcat
Wow,
away
Bud,
and
nice
ends
play.
up on about the 30-yard line.
Killian Dunn jumping on that one with a lot of Wildcats around him.
So after all of that possession, Wildcats are right back about where they started about 5 minutes ago. 2
One
minutes ago.
timeout left for the Wildcats. One timeout left here for the Hudson Raider. And the field show.
They're-
Getting ready to line things up, and they
Boy.
have got new outfits and new accessories, new
They're geared
stunts,
up. The band
props. Yes.
props. The band is going to be. We'll bring that to you at halftime. We'll set the
Wildcat
camera
trivia
up and
coming
let
up.
that go. Wildcat trivia at halftime again. The hint for the trivia question has to do with the little brown jug. It's just a hint. Just a hint.
You've already given enough.
Come on.
You've already given enough. Get your cell phones ready. Wildcat trivia coming up here after the Wildcats go up 14-6 after this drive.
Here we go. Minute 17. Wildcats 1st and 10.
Oh, opening up here.
Yep. What do we got now?
And
Another
that will be
timeout.
David Crail. Oh, we got a flag on the far side of the field here, too. See if David Crail beat that. How many guys on the
did.
field? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Saw him barking at his coaches a little bit there.
Jason Nesbitt out there trying to get everybody to move a little bit quicker, talking to his O-line.
So that's good. That's kind of too bad there. The Wildcats have to burn their last timeout on some miscommunications on the sidelines. Didn't have the right personnel out there after that
Been a little bit of
timeout.
a problem here, Westy, with some D-line defense communication.
Jennifer Eisen, welcome aboard.
John Linehan's already guessing 1989 for Wildcat trivia. That's weird.
Hey, Jana, if JP is here, if you could send him up to the booth, we'd love to talk to him about baseball.
Getting Kluge for football, you mean?
Well, we'll get Kluge for football, but we always got time for the Milwaukee Brewer, JP Fireeisen.
Yeah, nice trade.
Yeah. Here we go, 1st and 10. Hand off to Cole. And nothing doing there, and he's taken down for a loss. Can't say that too often this game, but but the Barbarian goes for a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 now for the Wildcats. Clock now just under a minute to go here till the half.
Little communication issue there again, Westy. Half of the offensive line thought they were going to go no huddle, and then Peter Noreen pulls them back in.
Clock continues to run. Going to need a big play here for some. Otherwise, the Wildcats are probably going to be content to go up by a point.
Yep.
Let's see. Twin receivers here to the near side. Give it to Cole again. He bounces it, trying to get to the edge. Got some
clear
speed.
one.
Here he is on the 40, breaking tackles.
Keepers.
Holy cow, spinning away as somebody
Gotta
at the
get out
control
of bounds
B
and
button.
can't.
Clock continues to run, and what a run for Seth Cole. That's highlight reel version stuff right there, Mike. Wow.
Took a shot from a D-back there, number 29, looked like, and rolled him over. No huddle, hurry up. Here we go.
That's the toughest 25-yard run you will see
Jeez.
this week.
You know, he broke through the second level, though,
That's
and
unreal.
had some daylight, bounced it outside, and then just put the shoulder down. And
Boy, that's the word.
Jed Ogie-ish.
That was worth the price of admission right there. And for those of you tuning in at home, was worth your effort to log in tonight, because that was an unbelievable Seth Cole run there for 25.
Well, here we go. 48-yard line. 24 seconds to go.
No timeouts for the Wildcats. See if they can get one down, maybe in Klashevsky's range, and see if he can bang one through.
Soccer player, now kicker. Hockey player, track, now kicker.
Beryl Van Hoekelen, welcome aboard. Lisa J., welcome aboard. Glad you could be here with us.
Volleyball team, and they all tuning into the football game, I'm
They
assuming.
should be.
All of them
They
down there?
should be. Why wouldn't you be, right? Playing for the Brown Jug against big rival Hudson. 7-6 ball game on a glorious late summer evening from River Falls, Wisconsin. Here we go. 2nd down and 10. the Green Machine, Peter Noreen, in the shotgun formation, adjusting his wristband, barking out the calls, takes the low snap, looking down the field. Rainbows one right down the middle. Got a man just out of the outstretched arms of James. Blast off, Westoff, just missed him, or that could have been 6.
Boys got speed. I was watching downfield, didn't see anybody open, and Peter Noreen put some pretty good air into that one and just out-throws the speedster. Big play in week number 1.
James Westoff, or excuse me, Peter Noreen throws that 45 yards in the air.
Oh, that's impressive.
Nice throw.
That's impressive.
3rd and 10 now with 21 seconds to go. Why don't you try to air it out again? I see no harm in that.
Well, here comes Steve Klashevsky in the ball game. I'm guessing as a speed receiver. I'm going to throw one more up there, Westy, and see what happens.
Why not? Flood now. Here in the slot on the near side. Asking the ref if he's okay. He's good. Noreen back to pass.
Hudson bringing it.
Nice block. Thrown on the far side. Got a man. Caught! He's going to have to get down there and spike it.
No, he didn't come down
he's got
with
it. No, he's got it.
Oh,
That's
he
a
does
catch.
Mark it. Here we go.
Klashevsky,
15 seconds.
You're going to have to spike the ball. Clock stops. Now it'll run. Klashevsky with a real nice catch on the far side off the arm of Peter Noreen. Spike the ball.
What do we
What do we got? You don't have a timeout. I know, but what's Noreen doing? We got a flag on the play.
Yep,
That's what we
Shane
got.
Yang's coming back.
Chop block. Oh, my gosh. On River Falls, nobody saw that.
Chop block. That was going to compliment Seth Cole
clipping.
picking up the blitz and stood a linebacker up to give Peter Noreen the time.
Where did that flag come from? Nobody in this park with about 3. I see it now. But I'm just saying, there's 3,600 people here watching this game, and not one person saw that.
Well, David Creel not afraid to get animated here sometimes on the sideline, and obviously not going to argue that one too much.
That's too bad. Really nice patch and catch, Noreen to Klashevsky. That would have went for, about 42 yards. But it's coming back.
Penalties, week 3 tradition for the Wildcats at key moments, too. Steve Klashevsky, one of the speedsters on the track team, the kicker here, gets going down the sideline and somehow came down.
Creel is a little animated. Did that flag just leak out of that referee's pocket? Did that just leak out of his pocket?
Somebody thought it was flag football? David Creel is wanting an explanation.
He wants an explanation. He's like, who was that on and what was it about? Yeah, it's like that. It's like no one saw the flag. The play happened, and then all of a sudden the referee's pointing. One referee is like, hey, there's a flag right here. I just dropped out of my pocket, and there's a clip. Anyway, it's a penalty. And that'll wipe it all out now, the 15 seconds to go. 3rd and 20.
18.
3rd and Prescott. Boy, that's too bad. We had quite a bit to get excited about there, and someone threw a big cold bucket of water on that.
Well, here you
Give
go.
it to Cole. Hammers it up in there.
Let
That's
him
a
take a couple
tough
extra
3
hits, huh?
yards. And the clock's going to wind. Or as they call, did Hudson call a timeout? Clock stopped. What do we got?
Waiting for the rhythm of the game, and the rhythm has been destroyed.
Now the clock runs, and we're going to make it to the half. Halftime it is. Unhitch the wagons. Woo!
Wow.
Give the horses a drink.
Here we go, Legion of Loyal listeners and Wildcat fans.
I'm going to punch your number in here. I know you had it, but Mike, give me your number.
612-245.
Hold on.
612-245-8153.
There you go. There's your Wildcat Trivia cell number.
Sponsored by Luigi's Pizza. Chuck and Sarah Kamrowski. Here is your Wildcat Trivia question of the game. 66 years of Little Brown Jug battles. Which team holds the longest win streak, and how many games was the win streak?
Woo.
Who has the longest consecutive win streak dating back to 1953 in the Little Brown Jug traditional battle between Hudson and River Falls? Jeff Morrow quickly on, guesses Mud Lake. Jeff, you are incorrect. Sorry about that guess. That was a trivia question from 2 years ago up in Rice Lake.
So how many years? Give me the exact question again, Mike.
In the Little Brown Jug rivalry game, who has the longest win streak?
Longest win streak.
Most consecutive wins for the Little Brown Jug.
In how many years?
How many years was this win streak?
Okay. For a Luigi's Pizza.
Sure.
You can chime in on the comments or text
you watch
message.
the comments. Rob will get it on the field show. We get a guess of River Falls 13, and you are incorrect. Dan Jenkins says River Falls in 7. Dan, you are incorrect. Johnny Linehan guesses 1989. Dylan Dock guesses 14 years for River Falls. But just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a winner.
Here we go.
For Wildcat Trivia. She's been here before, hanging around the River Falls Wildcat Trivia question. Wendy Penny, you are correct. Hudson has the most consecutive wins in the Little Brown Jug matchup with 10. 10 straight wins.
And Mike, are we in the current streak right now?
We are in the current streak right now. River Falls' last time to win this was, like I said, in 2008. And Hudson has won it from 2009 until the present day. So there is your Wildcat Trivia winner.
So Wendy Penny will get herself a coupon for Luigi's Pizza coming your way.
Well, you know it. Got a lot of guesses. Wendy Penny with the winner. Mike Mayer said Hudson in 10. You're too late. Burnap said Hudson in 12. Kevin Dorn said Hudson in 13. My brother Kevin guessed a pair of choppers.
Thank you.
Yeah, is Mike Noreen here? There you go, Wendy Penny. I will be sending you your Luigi's gift card here. I got to go way back to find that picture of the gift card. I'm sure you have about 17 of them already saved. So congratulations to Wendy Penny. And everybody, please enjoy
the halftime
River Falls Marching Band and their field show here.
Halftime show. I'm going to just make sure we have the audio good. I just gave him a little bit of Zoomski. You want to go tighter than that, Rob, or not? Are we good there?
There you go, Wendy Penny. Congratulations. And she says what? Too easy, Mike. Too easy.
Like taking candy from
Wendy
a baby.
Penny. Hi, Josh.
Josh Kluge.
You going to wait for the halftime show, my friend?
Yeah, so, Josh, let's give this like a few minutes so people can enjoy this, and we're going to go. Well, let's just go, Josh. We'll just talk, and the band's going to play in the background. Josh Kluge, president of the River Falls Youth Football. Josh, welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
I feel like we're picking up right where we left off from the baseball season.
We have.
When we had a nice 4 innings together to talk about the football. We're a little farther down the road now with the River Falls Youth Football season.
Absolutely.
So last week they were out here, and it was great to see the UWRF guys and running through the line for the kids, and the kids making the line for the players. Looks like they had a great time last week.
It was a phenomenal time, and that's what we're trying to layer in every year is just kind of a new experience, a different experience for the kids. And I know they've been doing the halftime, kind of experience for the last few years. And last year's the first year where we let the kids actually do a scrimmage out there. And I don't know if you're watching in the audience, but it probably looks like organized chaos. And if you're on the field, it is organized chaos.
There you go.
But the kids have a blast.
How many kids in the program, Josh?
So we are actually up to 264 kids this year. So
wow.
record number of kids for all age groups, and so far so good. Our support has been really, really strong. We have the first game, actually something new we're doing this year. We're having a Thursday night football game. So the kids are going to play up on the new turf at the high school Thursday night.
Awesome. So have you started? Is this week 1 coming up this week?
Yep, week 1 is coming up. Lots of preparation. Again, first and second grade, it just kind of wrangling them in a little bit, making sure they understand positions and formations. And by 5th, 6th grade, they start throwing that ball around.
So if I'm just a casual viewer and I want to go down and check out some of these, 5th, 6th, 7th graders playing flag football, where can I go to check out one of these games?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where can I find some kids running around having some fun playing flag football?
Yeah, Meyer Middle School. So every Saturday starting a week from tomorrow, for the next 5 weeks. We're gonna have football games that are played either at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. At Meyer Middle School football field. So
10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And how many games do you have going on at once?
So good question. A lot. So we've got. Let me think here. We've got 8 5th and 6th grade games going on at once, and then we've got another 8 of the games going on with the younger kids all at once.
So we had a request to let the band play for a minute. Josh,
Sure.
let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
That's fair.
And then we'll come back. Yep.
Absolutely.
Two more minutes, and then we'll go. Okay, I think I'm back with Josh Kluge, president of the River Falls Youth Football. And I apologize to the folks at home. We weren't meaning to disrespect the band in any way. We just got a lot of turf to cover, and they kind of snuck up on us. So hope you enjoyed the River Falls Band halftime show. What a talented group of youngsters.
Absolutely, yeah. They did a phenomenal job out there, and you can tell they've been practicing for quite some time.
Yeah, that's outstanding. So over 200 kids, record numbers in your Youth Football Association. Week from Saturday at 10 a.m. over at the middle school, and 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. So, hey, how did your combine go this year? I know we talked about that last time, and how was that organized chaos?
It went very well. So it was nice. We had the coach meeting beforehand to kind of prepare the coaches what to expect, and the kids did a great job. And a lot of the combine comes down to attitude, and kids having a good energy attitude, and that comes from the coaches. All the coaches are volunteers, and if they're bringing the right attitude and the right energy and positivity to it, magically that kind of trickles down to the kids. Makes it fun for everybody.
It's like any business, any organization, it all starts at the top, right?
Yep.
Right?
Trying to set that tone and culture.
So you like your coaches, you like your teams, kids
Yeah.
are ready to have some fun. The weather's been outstanding.
It's beautiful.
We're moving into fall
Yeah.
and flag football season here in River Falls.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed earlier tonight, but for the first time, we actually had a couple of the youth football players run on the field too before the game. So
I did see that. I just saw that tonight. A couple kids ran through the tunnel and whatnot.
Yep.
I didn't get the person's name tonight though. Do you know who that was?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yep. Absolutely. So that was.
I don't want to put you on the
yeah,
spot.
I mean,
you only have 245 of them. Or
264.
264 of them.
Give or take.
Right.
But Sawyer Dice was the
Dice.
one
Okay.
out of fifth grader.
No, that's a pretty big deal.
Yep. And then the sixth grader was Morgan Keivel.
Oh, there we go.
Yep,
well, thank you for that.
Yeah, and the reason they're picked, just so everybody knows too, is we asked the coaches to put names of kids that are to be able to be a ball boy if they show good character traits throughout the week in practice. So
outstanding.
that's how they got picked.
Anyway, a fan at home could get involved in your organization in any way if they would like to?
Yeah, absolutely. So they can go to riverfallsfootball.com to get more information, to get involved, whether it's volunteering or just kind of watching the games, or just get involved and support the program financially as well. Because we then go on and give those funds back to the community.
Sure.
Whether it's the high school and middle school football programs to the boosters as well.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, Josh, it's always a pleasure having you up in the booth and talking football and talking about what you're doing for our youth program in River Falls. It's outstanding. I appreciate what you do. I'm sure there's 260-some families that appreciate what you do, and I'm sure your family's sacrificing to make it happen as well. So thank you very much for coming up tonight, talking about the program and this wild success it's having. Have a great and fun season.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
All right, Josh Kluge, president of River Falls Youth Football Association.
Go Cats.
All right, go Cats. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Family chiropractor. Class Express. Sports Clips Haircut.
There we go, Josh Kluge.
Welcome back. Wow. I think the weather dropped about 17 degrees since I stepped in out of the box.
It's a little cooler. So we talked about JP, hoping to get him up here for an interview tonight.
Is he here?
No, he's watching with Ryan. Watching with JP from Ryan Kuzlik's watching with JP from Akron, Ohio. So anyway, JP's online. So hey, if you got any pearls of wisdom, JP, or any encouragement, we'll take it here online. Hey, congratulations on your trade to the Brewers. Hope that all works out for you. One way or the other, it's going to work out. Either you're going to be in the Major League uniform this month, or maybe Team USA.
Humble kid,
next
man.
month. So
Humble
great
kid.
Work harder, great kid, JP. We love you, and keep working hard.
What is it, buddy? Oh, we got some comments going on, Westy?
So here we go. So second half of football coming up. 7-6 Wildcats after one
over here,
half
Westy.
of football.
Take care of stuff here.
What do you got?
Wildcats on top at halftime, 7-6. Yeah.
7-6.
Barn burner.
It is another barn burner. Third week in a row, we've got a barn burner. Somebody make sure they got a bucket of water to put this fire out, because she's a hot one. The coals are hot.
6 years.
The
The Wildcats
coals are
lead
hot.
the series 35 blue or little brown jugs to Hudson's 30. I told you what happened. Oh, you were in your interview. 1963, West. You know what happened in the little brown jug?
No.
0-0 tie.
Wow.
Well, adjustments have been made. Coach Cowles, Coach Crail, are the volleyball team starting up match number 2 against Totino Grace yet? So all the volleyball players are listening. Totino Grace upsets Prior Lake. We got to get to our Airbnb here, buddy.
Just talk to the Ricksman family.
Yeah, the Crockpot?
They have the game on during their son's wedding rehearsal dinner tonight.
Well, what else are you going to do?
Tim's getting married. Tim Ricksman's getting married
Ricksman's
tomorrow.
getting married. Good for Nate.
Not
young,
Nate.
young
Tim.
newlywed.
Tim, the oldest one.
Good to see people getting married at 18 again.
Oh, Nate's not getting married.
Tim's working for working under my department now in the water department. So
they're watching the game during the rehearsal dinner.
And I tell you what, that kid's a solid kid. Tim,
priorities.
He's a solid kid, recent grad from UWRF, and he's gonna have a career with the city of River Falls if he wants to.
Well, they're trying to get rid of you, aren't they?
Yeah. Tim can fill that spot.
Sweet Sammy C's dad, Josh Cleveland, down here with the Grundstroms right in front of us. Who else do I see down here for the old timers?
Little Surfing USA.
There's Amy Benedict and Bo and Allie Herstein. Who else do we got down there? There's Lisa Cernahouse. There's Denny Birch, Bill Halverson, Ron Nelson, George Baumgartner. All my old teachers. Yes, scholar student Mike Cayley, class of 1991.
You got anything, Mike, on that thing in your hand to bring us into the third quarter or not?
I can bring us into the third quarter with some great stuff. I'm trying to find the right good licking one here. I got a whole bunch of text messages to get through. I see. Wow.
Yeah, lighten up the scoreboard.
Well, some on my YouTube went away on me. That's weird.
So once again, 7-6 Wildcats. We got one half of football to play. I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Mike Cayley, my great color commentator, Rob Derry, the artist on the camera, and the Wolfman, Jeff Meyer, producing this thing for you tonight. And we're moving into the second half of Big Rivers Conference football.
This goes out to Kevin Cayley right here. Judas Priest posters all over our bedroom walls back in the 80s. Rob Halford, the king of rock and roll.
Like this setting here is not enough to get you jacked up. Let's go.
The fog is laying low. Rob on the air guitar.
Little Brown Jug on the line tonight. Hudson has had it for 1 decade. Wildcats looking to take it back to the Falls tonight.
Sometime you're going to have to zoom in on all these gold shoes. Seth Cole's shoes are sparkling in the LED lights at Raymer Field.
Here we go, third quarter, about ready to get underway. Wildcats with a 1-point lead. Klashevsky approaches the ball, kick is away, and fielded on the 15. Out to the far side goes Mateo Bonin. He's got the edge, and he's got his feet moving. He's out to the 46-yard line. And no flags. Is there a flag on the play? No flags on the play.
See your replay there, Westy. I want to see Isaiah Gray if he took a lick there or what, but slow to get up, maybe looking around possibly for a flag.
Pretty good return there for Hudson. Mateo Bonin gets it out to the 46-yard line.
Kevin Cayley, an old member of the field show team himself, very impressed by the Wildcats field show. You steal my pen? Come on.
No, I have my red Sharpie.
Starting here.
Low snap, back to pass. Rainbow down the far side. Got a man wide open. And there goes Tyler Studenbuck, 5'10", touchdown. One play. They saw something at halftime they liked. Blown coverage here on the near side. And Stubendick walks in on the first play from scrimmage in the second half on a 54-yard touchdown strike. Anderson to Stubendick.
Wow.
54 yards and 6 points for Huddy. Huddy with a tutty.
Anderson on a second touchdown strike that time. You said that one went to Stubendick?
Yes, it did. 50 feet. He was wide open. There wasn't a Wildcat within 16 yards of that.
51 or 56, my friend?
He could have moonwalked it into the end zone from the 10. 54 yards, Mike.
Wow. Pitch and catch coming in tonight. You know, looking at Owen Anderson, I shouldn't have challenged his arm, obviously. 22 of 41 with one touchdown pass, averaging. He's got a 42% quarterback rating, average 87 pass yards per game. Well, not tonight against the Wildcats. David Crail is going to have to focus a little bit more.
Hudson going for 2, back to pass, quick pass, got it. They get the point back they missed earlier, and just like that, it's 14-7. Hudson with only 15 seconds expired here in the second half.
Who got that 2-point?
I didn't see who caught that. It was blocked. It was right on the goal line behind the pile. Couldn't see.
Wendy Penny, congratulations again. River Falls Volleyball getting ready to start up match number 2.
I tell you what, we were all jacked up here in the booth. Oh, here. Oh, here we got Coach.
Quiet, careful.
Okay, we'll turn that down. We got the coach.
Best thing
talking
is
to
I
his
can
players.
hear him with my headset on up here.
Yeah, he's talking loudly to a couple players. So we'll just turn that down.
Very
we don't
clear
catch...
here, Wes. We talked about it. You talked about it in the pregame. He's got to do better on the pass coverage, and we're not doing it. Like you said, 3 times or 3 weeks in a row, we've struggled with coverage and biting on them. They just got to stay disciplined and find the right personnel to hold in some passing defense.
Peter Noreen or Arsenio Black getting an earful from the head coach. Jaden Schwantz catches that at his own 10.
Come on, Pistol.
Moves it quickly out to the 25, runs a couple guys over, and he's out to the 24-yard line.
Well, we talked about spirit breaking, and you know what? The nice thing about scoring early, plenty of time for the Wildcats to let this chew here a little bit. David
Let's
Creel.
see who's going to quarterback here because Noreen is still on the bench. Oh, now he's got his lid, and he's going to head out. So here we go.
Well, you know what? Westy coached high school sports for a few years at the varsity level. Very, very frustrating when you put the time and the effort in to try to get kids to do what you're asking them to do. It always doesn't work that well.
Well, let's see if the Wildcats can answer here. That was a quick strike, 15 seconds expired off the clock, and Hudson put up a 8 spot. It's 14-7 Huddy now, but there's a lot of football to be played tonight. Now we got a penalty on the play as well. 10-yard block in the back, move it back to the 15-yard line.
Boy, David Creel, I wouldn't interview him tonight depending on how this turns out.
He was
All right, offense. Time to settle in and get rolling here, Seth Cole.
Noreen on the keeper. Running a little bit angry, gains a tough 2.
Oh, this is going to pump up Hudson West. You can see the way that their ball pursuit here. Gang tackling on the quarterback, and they are fired up and ready to go. Adam Cowell's not used to starting 0-2 on the Raider bench.
Posture is definitely better right now for the Hudson Raiders. Their shoulders are back, their heads are high.
Well, time for a play. Someone's got to step up, be an athlete, be a game changer, and we'll see whose number we call for that duty.
I would Seth Cole. Second and 8 now for the Wildcats. Noreen in the shotgun formation. Fake the handoff. Now he'll keep it.
Oh, nice cut.
Little juking and jiving. A gain of about 4 more for Peter Noreen. It'll be third and manageable. 3rd and 4.
Wildcats doing a good job with their 2 studs back there. Noreen and Cole doing a little misdirection. Had a lead blocker in the Barbarian, Seth Cole. Jepson to trot off. Isaiah Gray back in here. Double tight end set again.
Let's see what Coach Creel and Schurz dial up here for 3rd and 3. Every play now is a key play, but early in this half, you don't want to turn it over on downs on the first series. 3rd and 3. Twin receivers here to the near side. Now Schwantz in motion. Fake it to Schwantz. Give it to Seth Cole. Why not? The Barbarian running hard. 40, 45, 48-yard line.
Watch him. Now he's ready to go, boys. Waiting for a game changer. Westy, you call 2-5, and he answers.
2-5. I would just put this thing on the back of 2-5. That kid, he's got a lot of what I call want to.
Nate Oddie, the left tackle at 290, blows up the lineman, opens that up, and Seth Cole goes for a bunch.
He went for, 10-21, Mike. Seth Cole, a whole bunch of want to.
Well, let's see if we can get a little play action going here.
And
see if we can get Huddy to bite on something.
And if you're watching from Alabama, Mississippi, that'd be the yont to.
Yont to. Up here we just say oofta.
Oofta. Cole bounces it to the outside, and that time it's a host of white jerseys bringing him down.
Torrin Phillips, a senior linebacker, West Ham, just 6'3", 210, just still baffles me.
That's actually a loss of a yard or 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 now for the Wildcats. Noreen gets the play from the sidelines. He's reading his wrist and his possible play calls here.
What we do, Coach Schurz setting up, power run, sets up a little open pass seam. Flooding Schwantz on the short side.
Welcome aboard, viewers from all across the planet Earth. Schwantz in motion. fake it to Schwantz. Give it to Cole, bounces it to the outside, punishing, running again.
I love that
runs
right
it for
there.
about 5.
Had number 11, Mateo Bonin, in his sights, and Seth Cole wanted to light him up.
And Mateo Bonin, you know, he said, "Ole."
That's a little Brian Bosworth and who was the Bo Jackson at the end or the goal line.
Kind of. 3rd down and 6 now for the Wildcats. They have just broke the 50-yard line. Ball rests on the 49 of the Hudson Raiders.
Started this one on the 25. Westy, good ball movement so far, but this is the biggie.
Actually started on the 15 because we had the penalty,
Yep.
Mike. 3rd and a long 6. We can call it 7. Seth Cole.
Oh, nice.
He's got first down
Come
yardage
on,
and
kid.
more. Cuts it to the
Go.
outside. 30, 20,
Seth Cole.
15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Seth Cole, 49 yards. Oh, baby!
Started with some.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Not very often does Ryan Schurz look over 2 doors down to his left and ask Kevin Westhouse, who should I give the ball to?
Why not?
Westy says, try Seth Cole's shoulders.
I'd try something with a number 25 on his back.
That one, 56, you said, buddy?
49.
Wow.
And Klashevsky bangs it through. Wildcats answer. Seth Cole answers. 14-14 with 8:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. Somebody put a blanket on this fire. We've got a dandy. Woo!
Well, there you
How
go.
fun was
First
that?
rushing touchdown here.
Put
for
your
Seth.
hands together. Somebody comment online and give me some adjectives to describe that run. I'm out of them.
No, you're fine. You can make up more adjectives than anybody else I know.
Woo, baby, that was fun.
Tim Lavold down here starting to do some of his coaching duties. Wonders why Joe Stoffel doesn't get more passes. Well, you got Seth Cole. I don't think you need to worry about Joe Stoffel right now, but this is setting something up.
And if I say that Seth Cole is an absolute clinic, that's just like an understatement.
Well, you got just a great lead block. Came right through in the middle on the right side. Follows up big guard Austin Mueller and takes that one home. And maybe Pete Noreen and Arsenio Black will have a little different attitude this time on the defensive side of the ball. We'll see if Coach Cowell's going to start picking at that scab.
Amy says she wants a little credit for that. She said, the aunt. She said she wants a little credit for that. She taught him that at a family picnic about 11 years ago, she said.
Only 8 days layers? Oh, wow. Totino Gray's coming into volleyball with 8 players.
Here we go. Klashevsky for the Wildcats. He'll kick
big,
off
come on.
and nail it away. Kicks it to the far
Stay in
side.
bounds, stay
Pooch
in.
up, and he kicked that directly out of bounds. It's like he was kind of aiming over there for that kicking net that is under that light pole about 40 yards off the field. That'll come out to the 40, I believe.
Yes, it does. Keep an eye on
Hide
here.
the kids, hide the wife, hide your husband. The Cole train is coming through. That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Co-train.
Yeah, that was...
Spirit breakers, though, Westy. I know it's
Yeah.
high school sports, but you have a huge momentum shift.
Jordan, I know what you're getting at. That run, you might want to cover the kid's eyes because that was dirty.
But he is just a punishing runner, too. Hard to replace that kid next year.
Woo! Let's get through tonight.
And I got to see all the referees. My gosh, it's Mike DeWire out of Mondovi. I think Nadu was on that group.
Starts the ball on the 35-yard line.
35 here, Westy. That ball comes out to after getting kicked out of bounds.
The Barbarian, that was all on him. So he'll come up to the 35. NFL's 40, so let's go 35 here. That's where Hudson will set up shop, little crossing route, finds the seam, and
Pull it.
There's your guy one more time. Mateo Bonin, and boy, we've been calling
Late
his
flag
name.
here. We got a helmet off.
We've got to call.
Trying to see
Been
who
calling his
came
name a
in
lot
there.
tonight. What do we got?
Joe
Late
Stoffel
flag.
and Connor Cardell. Somehow the helmet came off of a Hudson player.
Uh-oh. Are we going to tack 15 onto this, Mike?
I'm
What do you
afraid
think?
they're walking the wrong direction. Joe Stoffel, one of the captains, having a conversation.
He's like, that was purely accidental. He's such a nice kid. I'm sure that was nothing intentional.
Well, I got a
He's
great,
pleading his case, I can tell you that. Let's see.
got a great text message from
What a
Mark
kid.
Chapin talking about the great job of Mr. Kluge. Mark also wanted me to keep an eye on his kid here. Trying to steal the Skittles from Rob Berry. Dude, I wouldn't do that. He takes those Skittles seriously, Chapin. He's been known to eat arms off over tropical Skittles. Don't do it, man. Munch on. Don't worry, Mark. I'll keep an eye
So
on
let's
him.
see. They're trying to sort this out. What is the call?
Randy Cudd. Hudson, not Huddy. Oh, come on, Randy. Matt Gretz somehow found Fitzy down in Marshall.
Nope, that is going to be on the River Falls. There's 5 yards. There's 10 yards. And that is going to be a 15-yard tack on that play. Ouch.
All right, Westy, a lot of game left, but we got to tidy up a few things here. Watching some D-backs, watching Arsenio Black on that last one, doing a little clutch and grab here, trying to come up, both he and...
Thank you, Eric, for the kind words.
Do I even want to read them?
Oh, yeah. Here we go, 1st and 10. Back to pass, pump fake. Not open here on the near
Come
side.
on, Peter, come
Get a
on,
pick.
Peter.
Nice job.
There we
There we
go.
go. Peter Noreen there on the breakup along with Arsenio
You want
Black.
to give compliments to that little butt chewing by David Creel, Arsenio, and Peter
Peter.
Noreen. Great coverage on that one.
Yeah, I tell you what, Coach Krill lit those guys up after that first play after the first half, and both of them must have heard Coach Krill because they were all over that coverage like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat.
I started to cry a little bit. Oh, they're on your back or you got an itch? Eric Tostard, class of 1990, talking about how professional we are, like the ESPN booth of Berman. Berman.
8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. We got a tie game. 2nd and 10 for Hudson. Back to pass.
Again. Come on,
Good
Joe.
pressure by the...
Come on, here we go!
Near side, 40, 45.
Keep trotting, Unicorn. Riley Hooper. There it is.
Riley Hooper.
Give credit to Big Joe Stoffel, the sheriff coming through, putting pressure on Owen Anderson.
And Hooper.
Great thing watching that kid run the pick back is he's waiting to get hit, but nobody wanted to come near him. Finally runs out of gas, and there's a nice INT.
And Hooper returns that 40 yards all the way down into the red zone of the Hudson Raiders down to the 19. And the Wildcats will set up shop 1st and 10 on the Hudson Raiders 19-yard line after the Hoops 50-yard return.
Hoop, there it is. 4th
Hoop, there it
interception
is.
for Owen Anderson onto the Raider bench. Momentum shift, and here we go. Wildcat offense. Rob Derry, get buckled in.
Wildcat offense take the field. Peter Noreen. Schwantz in motion. They'll give it to Seth Cole. Looking for a little room. Eyes are up. Headed on down the field. 6 more yards for Seth Cole.
Number 47, Darren Haynes.
Well, there you go. Waiting around for someone to be a game changer. And Seth Cole steps up on the offensive side of the ball. And Riley Hooper, the unicorn.
The unicorn.
Uh-huh.
Wow, what a pick.
First turnover of the game for either team here.
I like Hooper. He's really read the quarterback's eyes well after the Joe Stoffel pressure, like you indicated, Mike. And then, bam, he reaches up. Nice catch. And then stumbling down the field. 2nd and 4 now for the Wildcats. Once again, Seth Cole running guys over.
My goodness gracious.
4 more yards for Cole. Real close to first down yardage. Let's call it 3rd and, 3rd and 1.
Now, Torrin Phillips is a man. He's 6'3", 210, and that boy just got the snock knocked through his face mask there as Seth Cole lowered the shoulder. Well, this is going to be a lot of Seth Cole. Taking a look down here to Ryan Schurz. Setting up and baiting him. Joe Stoffel to the corner.
I'm going to say this is going to be Noreen on this. Nope, why not? We'll give it to Seth Cole. First down, 5, 10. Touchdown!
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
66 years of the little brown jug, and we haven't had it at the high school
Can't touch
since
this.
2008, and Seth Cole wants it back.
He just says, keep feeding me.
So hard.
10 more yards for Seth Cole and his 7th touchdown of the season.
Give credit to the old line starting to come together. None of these 5 O-line guys started a game last year, and there it is.
How fun is that?
Beautiful pick by Riley Hooper. Turns it into
7.
7 points.
Extra point attempt is good.
Kolchevsky bangs it through, and with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter, it is your River Falls Wildcats 21, the Hudson Raiders 14.
Got to go off of a feel. I know Rob Derry's a big Jinx guy here, Westy, but just before that play, I showed him my phone, and what song did I have queued up? Oh, Can't Touch This
right there.
TV celebration.
That's funny. It's Jordan, that's funny. I'm not going to repeat it, but that's funny.
Oh, jeez. Come on now. We got to be careful. I don't like that comment. We don't even read about it on the volleyball. We're too busy.
He's a hard runner. That's what we know. That's what we know. He's a hard runner. You can take that however you want.
Yep.
Seth Cole is a hard runner.
Westy, is there a sledgehammer on the field here on the Wildcat sideline? Do we have something about a sledgehammer? Huh. I don't know if that's against WIA
rules. They had to get the sledgehammer right there on the near sideline.
We had to
I'm not sure what that is. Is that an intimidation piece or what is that?
That might be like the turnover chain or the touchdown necklace rings or whatever.
Rob, can you give us a look at that sledgehammer that we're referring to right there real quick? I'm not sure what that's about, but
here comes Seth Cole. Let's see what he does with it.
There we go. Klishevsky ready to kick off. Wildcats up by 7.
Put something behind this, Steve-O.
And it is away. Low line drive kick. Fielded at the 20 by the up back. And once again, great yardage. And going to be great field position. That's Tyler Stubendick, who's already got himself a touchdown tonight. Takes that and moves it out to the 50. And the Wildcats got to figure out the kickoff play.
Well, the deepest we've started, you Westy here. The Hudson started on the 19-yard line on possession number 1. Other than that, they've been on the 50, the 35, 46, 48, 36. Good field possession.
Really great field position
for Raiders
for Hudson.
with Adam Cowles. He won't go away, Westy. We saw that last year. You know that. This is a big deal.
This is going to go down to last possession, so everybody just chill out at home. If you have another burger or steak to put on the grill, you got time to do it. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Hudson Raiders back to pass, looking down the field. I maybe saw a hold. They wanted a hold.
There's
the flag.
Nice
There's
call.
the flag. There's the flag. We got the hold.
The production manager with the hand signal and all.
That's going to come back. That's going to be a holding against Hudson. Everybody at home saw that too. So we were yelling holding, and everybody at home that's streaming this on their big screen TV was yelling holding as well.
I'm going to see the Knight Rider take over another D possession here. He and the Junkyard Dog, Eddie Lesh. We'll get that right.
The Junkyard Dog, Eddie Lesh. But the Junkyard Dog, Eddie Leash sounds better, but it's Lesh.
Mark Kilgore says, any volleyball updates? They just started match number 2, Mark. They took care of their first game in 2 quick sets, and then they were in an upset on the other side of the bracket. So expecting to play Prior Lake in round 2, ranked inside the top 10, but lost. And the Wildcat volleyball team is taking on the Totino Grace.
1st and 20 for Hudson. Quarterback Owen Anderson in the shotgun formation.
Come on, D-line, a little push here, a little pressure.
Anderson on the keeper. And
Joe Stoffel
he is snuffed out.
Joe Stoffel just shut the guy by him, Westy, like he's playing in the backyard against a 4th grader. Wow.
Connor Cardell in on the tackle as well. Connor Cardell as well as, let me see,
Eddie Leash
and Damian Hayes.
The Knight Rider.
Can you give a quarter tackle on that? Because there were 4 blue jerseys swarmed up.
Like I said, a little switch in the D-line here. They put Joe Stoppel, moved him from the outside backer into a D lineman.
2nd down and 18 now for Hudson. Anderson, swing pass to the far side. There's your man all day long, Bonin, and he's got some skills and a late hit. They're probably going to call a late hit there. I don't know. Of course, I don't like that call, but you got to ride him out of bounds. He kind of got on his back a little bit. Tell me what you see there, Mike, on the replay.
Well, I mean, Arsenio Black up, gets an arm, stiff arm. Oh, yeah.
Yep, okay.
Trying to see a number on that one.
He was going to come up and meet him, but he didn't realize he was going to meet him on the white chalk.
Yeah,
and
that might have been on the red.
yeah, I mean, knocked him out of bounds after he's out of bounds about 3 yards.
Here with my headset.
That's going to be a first down Hudson after that penalty on the Wildcats.
Westy, what's the biggest lead the Wildcats have held this year? Well, we've been in some tight ball games.
I don't. Has any lead been beyond 7 either way this year? I don't think so.
I think we were down by 14 to Richmond.
Oh, you're right. No, we were down by 7 and we scored 14.
And we were never down by more than 7 on Alaska, right?
So that after the penalty, it's going to go 1st and 10 to Hudson. Now down to the Wildcat 37-yard
This on the
line.
near side here, Arsenio Black with a big cushion.
Back to pass. Anderson looking now, scrambling. Throws long. His arm is hit.
Come on,
Got
Arsenio,
him in
get under
Pickett.
it. Get under it.
Picked off! Arsenio Black! Going to try to work it to the outside. Looking for a little bit of green. Cuts it back up in the middle. 10,
Hang
15.
on to the rock. Hang on
And
to the rock.
Arsenio Black. You know what I like right there, Mike Cayley? I just love how Arsenio Black responded to Coach Crail.
Well, you hope he did. I mean, right there, Owen Anderson throwing his 5th pick of the year already and had no place to go with that one, Westy. I was queuing on Arsenio Black just to watch a little soft coverage. Chucked it up there. It was bad idea by.
He forced that. So 2 series in a row, the Wildcats get the turnover on the interception.
Well, here we go, starting this one on the 18. We'll have to see what the Seth Cole offense does here.
So Hoopert had the pick on the last series against Owen Anderson, and this time Arsenio Black picks Owen Anderson. Wildcats set up shop, 1st and 10 from the 18.
Back-to-back turnovers here, Westy. Good call. Let's see what Seth Cole will do here. Is sure setting up a lot of run for some pass here.
Who's having fun tonight at home? Put your hands together. Give us a little clap, clap, clap. Schwantz in motion. They'll fake it to Schwantz. Noreen pulls it back. Now he's going to run it. He's got room. Pump fake. 10 yards, 12 yards, 15. He's got room. Bust it to the outside. And whoa, taken met at the 38-yard line. Woo!
Yeah, there's a Wildcat first down coming from Wiley.
And nice tackle there by Ron Finch, but he's going to go out a little gimped up after the tackle on Noreen. He laid the lumber on Noreen after what a scamper by Peter Noreen for 22 yards.
Keeping an eye 2 doors down here. Ryan Scher's in the up position here, leaning on the counter.
There you go.
Dialing up some plays.
Clap, clap, clap. I like it, Sarah.
Wow.
Clap,
Sarah
clap, clap.
Smits.
Clap, clap, clap. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Schwantz in motion. Fake it to him, give it to Seth Cole. He's trying to find the middle on the edge. He's got the 50, the 45, looking for a block.
Jeez.
And another.
Oh, come on, buddy. Who's on the bottom of that tackle?
Another 21 yards for Seth Cole.
Jordan Spann, the junior D-back. Good for him to get in the way of the Barbarian, but that's what you call a pancake block tackle? What do you call that?
Yes. Is there such a thing as a pedestrian 21 yards?
Well, it's nice to see here,
gosh.
Westy. The bigger chunks are coming now. Seth Cole building some confidence. The old line starting to mesh together.
I wish we had the total yards for Seth Cole tonight, but he's got to have busted 150 easily by now.
Is he going to be over 1,000 yards in week 4?
Jeez, 1st and 10 Wildcats. Ball rests on the 39. Schwantz again in motion. Why not give it to 25? The Barbarian hucking it up in there for 5 more yards.
Somebody finally starts to listen to me. Ride your horse till they break, and Seth Cole has got a lot of guys on his back.
Let's call it 2nd and a long 5. You could call it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 7.
Does he need a
2nd
break?
and 7. I don't know.
Talking to Jason Nesbitt, he says the guy only has 1 gear, man. He goes both ways, 1 gear.
These guys on the ETS program, they've been training for 9 months. I don't even see them breathing hard yet. There's not even anything coming out of their nose. They're ready to go. A little sip of water, and bam, there they go, back to the line. 2nd down and a long 6 now for the Wildcats. Noreen flanked by Seth Cole. Schwantz in motion. Give it to Seth. Runs up in there hard. Gain of a tough 3 for Seth Cole.
Now, Westy, I got to say, we got number 96, Cade McDonald in there, University of Wisconsin-Madison commit, 6'7", 250. We haven't called his name much, though.
No, not at
I mean,
all.
we're going right up the middle. I'm watching the lineman on that play. There's no more pulling. There's no more nothing. It's smash mouth football, and Seth Cole going up between the tackles.
I'm going to guess we're in 4 down territory now, Mike. It's 3rd and 4. Ball knows the ball rests on the 30.
Here we go, West End calling misdirection.
33-yard line. Change it up somewhere here, maybe.
Well, run a play until they can stop it. There's Pistol.
There it is. Pistol trying to find the edge. Cuts it back up. He's got first down yardage and more. He's got the 20. Spinorama down to the 15, 14, 13-yard line. Jaden Schwanz!
Jaden Schwanz gets a touchdown last week. First one of the year for him. Had a good scene there, a patient running behind his blockers, and there's the misdirection we were looking for, jamming everything between the tackles. And Coach Scher's throwing a little curveball, a little off-speed pitch on that one.
In the voice of Vince Lombardi, you get a seal block here and a seal block here, and bam, he gets Schwanz to the outside. And next thing you know, you got yourself 15 yards.
Wildcat
First and 10.
15, set one.
First and 10 in the red zone now for the Wildcats. Give it to Seth Cole.
Back to the old bread and butter.
There's nothing fancy there, but 5 more yards in the land of the trees.
Blake Cohen here, the center, starting center, first time senior year, doing a nice job of controlling the offensive line.
Who's having fun out there now? Raise your hand. Second down and 6 for the Wildcats.
Hudson kid over here said he's not having fun.
Hudson kid said, I'm not having fun right now. Wildcats, now their shoulders are back. Their heads are up. They're taking it to the Raiders. Let's go from the 16. The 10. Schwanz on the sweep, looking for a block, down to the 5. Real close to first down yardage. It's either going to be a first down or 3rd and 1.
I don't think he got there, looking at the referee's spot of his foot.
Clock continues to run. We're nearing 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Wildcats looking to extend their lead.
You want to predict the play on this one, buddy?
I'm going to say 25. Up the middle, they need half a yard.
I'm going to put Damian Hayes in the backfield as the old refrigerator Perry blocking fullback. He had a heavy package last year with Zach Paulson. He came in for fullback from time to time. 2
receivers up top. No time to get fancy here. Let's get the first down.
Punch it in. Forget first downs. Timeout here coming.
Timeout.
David Creel put the jacket on. Good 13-yard sprint for David Creel. Did that in 2.8 seconds. It's not bad.
Nice job. I'm glad you got the stopwatch in your pocket. Hey, it might be a great time to thank our sponsor tonight, First National Bank of River Falls. Of course, they're in downtown River Falls. They're in Prescott, and they're also on the campus of the University of Wisconsin. River Falls, great customer service. A lot of loan packages, refinances, first home loans. Go down and see the folks at First National Bank at River Falls.
Well, we do adjustments at halftime, and obviously both coaches. Hudson comes out with a one-play touchdown, and the Wildcats have responded here. Back-to-back INTs, one coming from Riley Hooper, last one coming from Arsenio Black. And once again, we're on the offensive side of the ball, and we're a heavy dose of Mr. Cole. Guarantee Kevin Cayley's in his living room doing some air drums right now, Rob. Oh, the Wildcat fans
on their feet.
Here we go, Westy.
3rd and 1. Wildcats take their first time out of the half. Peter Noreen in the shotgun, man in motion.
Come on,
give it to Cole. Got first down yardage, headed towards the promised land. Cut just short down to the 2. First and goal, Wildcats.
I like to watch a little Peyton Flood and looks like D-back Mateo Bonin doing a little scramble in the back of the end zone on that one. Well, now you get 4 plays to punch it in from 3 yards.
Nope, 2 yards, Mike. No. Maybe it's 5 feet they got to go here.
And that's a Wildcat first down led by Craig Davis here, I'm sure, in the stands somewhere.
I can see our fine cameraman, Rob Derry. He can show you that. It's about 5 feet to the promised land. Twin receivers up top. I don't think we're going to get fancy. I think we're giving it to Seth Cole. I think we're going in for 7.
There it is. Easy call by Kevin Westhouse. No more frills, nothing. Put it on the back of Seth Cole for his 3rd rushing touchdown tonight. Not bad for 411 yards through 2 games for Seth Cole. Came into tonight, Westy, with 5 touchdowns and adds 3 more. All right, Steve Klashevsky coming on for the extra point, and that's a nice little punch.
Kick is up, and it is good. Soccer player converted to football kicker. That puts the Wildcats up by their biggest margin of the season. 14 points, up 28-14 with just over a minute to go here in the third quarter from Raymer Field at David Smith Stadium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls.
2 picks, 3 touchdowns. Seth Cole in the offensive line is starting to gel.
Hey, Mike, is there any chance you could send one of these guys on reconnaissance to see how many yards Seth Cole has tonight?
Would you go to one of the coaches and see if they can give us the total number of yards for
Seth Cole? Yeah, it'd be good. We're getting that request. I'm wondering myself.
Just see how many Seth has tonight.
Yeah, I'm curious. We got viewers who are curious. We're going, how many does this guy have?
Is that Mr. Klecker coming in there chaping? Is that who's with you? Is that Klecker?
We're going to find out how many yards Seth does have. He's got 3.
Just what the offensive
touchdowns.
coaches want is one of their managers coming in trying to figure out some stats for us.
Hey, everybody wants
it's
to know.
It's an experience, I'll tell you, boys. It's always an experience.
I'm guess he's close to 2 bills.
David Creel is over 12,000 steps watching him on the sideline.
He's putting in some miles tonight, man. Speaking of wily and caged animals, David Creel is putting on some miles. Klashevsky with a real nice kick.
Come on now, coverage
Best one of the year, down to the 3. Let's see if they can miss some coverage
seams
up here. We got a Huddy player cramping up down there, but he gets the edge, and once again, all the way out to the 39-yard line. One goes Tyler Stubendick.
Stubendick is a heck of a good athlete.
Did we get it? Oh, he can't get it? Okay. Now, we couldn't get it, so we tried to find out from the coaches, but we'll see if we can get it. So they run it all the way out to the 39. Great kickoff by Klashevsky, but Stubendick runs it back to the 39-yard line. I saw Mateo Bonin. He was cramping up down there after that kickoff, coming up hobbling. See if he's going to be okay. Mike went on reconnaissance to get some numbers. No, he's not taking no for an answer from the coaches. We're going to go get the numbers for these folks. Back to pass, looking down the field. Pressure.
Come on now, hang on and go.
Got him right there. Sag, the sheriff. I'm going to give a half a sack, though, to Isaiah Gray, who slowed up Owen Anderson, and then the sheriff on mop-up duty.
2nd and 20 for the Raiders.
Joe Stoffel.
Wildcat volleyball wins set number 1 down there in match number 2 with 25-18.
2nd down and 20 for Hudson. Coming up to the end here of the third quarter, and boy, that third quarter, other than the first play of the third quarter, it's been all Wildcats.
That it has.
Man in motion. Quick
Come
pass
on,
to the
defense,
out.
stay tight.
Good block. Oh, nice way to shed the block.
Now, right there, you
Over
see
there.
the Hudson receiver, actually, Westy gets stuck behind his own guy and made that tackle a little bit easier. Just texted Ryan Schurz. We'll see if he's got his phone on him.
Yeah, Arsenio Black, he was cut up. Great. He shed the block, and Arsenio Black makes the tackle. It's going to end up being 3rd and about, 20?
Well, here we go. That'll bring us to the fourth quarter, my friend.
Put the 4s up. We're headed to the fourth quarter. Wildcats up 28-14 over the Hudson Raiders. This one's for the Little Brown Jug, folks. The Raiders have held it for a decade. Ooh. Wildcats looking to bring it home tonight. Still have a quarter of football to play.
Curious if Ryan Schurz will answer my text message during the middle of the Little Brown Jug game.
I don't think he's busy at all over there.
Still waiting on the sledgehammer here, Westy. There's Brad Gretz right down there in front of us. Boy, the older he gets, the more he looks as bad as his brother. Nope, that's Sarah Cayley texting me in the middle of a match. Wow.
So who's having fun tonight at home? I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Mike Cayley, Rod Derry on the camera, and Jeff Meyer getting it done on production. We're really, really glad that you could share this evening with us.
This is commitment.
From David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls.
We got to go to Marshall after this. We got a 3-hour road trip.
You guys got to pack the bags and go to Marshall. Marshall. So how far is Marshall?
3 hours.
Ain't nothing. You guys got an air-conditioned vehicle.
10 years. 10 years,
Come
Rusty.
on. It's not like you're going to hitch up the horses.
I'm looking for the case of the Little Brown Jug across the way.
Here we go. 3rd and 19. Rolls out to his right, looking down the field. Not a lot open. Now he's going to huck it and short. Nothing doing there.
Now there he is
Good
again.
coverage.
I tell you, senior stud Joe the Sheriff Stoffel on the back of Owen Anderson, feeling the footsteps, hearing the growl.
I tell you what, that first play from scrimmage when Hudson scored the 49 or 51-yard touchdown pass, and Coach Crail got up in the grill of a few blue jerseys, boy, they've really responded.
Well, it takes that sometimes. I mean,
Right?
to tell you the truth, over all the years, some kids actually appreciate and want that. I'm like, I shouldn't have to get in your face and scream at you to motivate you, but
Sometimes I do.
yep.
And that worked, because I tell you what,
Trickeration,
Arsenio
yes or no?
Black has played a lot better since Coach Crail challenged him there on the sidelines.
And that's all it is, Kevin. Perfect word there. You want adjectives?
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes, out of the way,
Oh,
and that gets
that's
a
going to
Huddy
be Hudson
roll.
all the way down to the 15, 14, 13. So what adjective did you like, Mike?
Well, you said challenge. I mean,
Challenge.
that's all the coaches
Right.
are constantly trying to do. What do you try
Challenge
to do
the
to every
kid.
one of your players? You're trying to get them up to reach their potential.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think they got another gear. They got three more.
More gears. And and great coaches get all of those gears out of those kids. And Coach Crail is doing just that tonight.
Yeah. What are we on here, my friend? 12-yard line. Good
Yeah,
punt that time.
really good punt. That's about let me see,
That's big.
about a 52-yard
For
punt.
a high school kid?
Yeah, that got a great Hudson roll. Rolled about 20 yards, but
If Sarah Cayley can text me, I hope Ryan Schurz can dig his way into his pocket, too. Oh, Wendy Penny, good guess. She thinks the sledgehammer is to break open the case on the little brown jug.
there we go. Seth Cole bounces it to the outside, trying to get the edge. And he's got the edge. He's got
at-
himself
Oh.
another 10 yards.
Now, here is where you are the luckiest coach in the world to have a kid like this. Doesn't run out of energy, can keep toting the rock. Offensive line's protecting him.
3-yard line. First and
Coming in
10,
there for the
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Coming back in there is the offensive lineman, Jack Gale, number 74, new to the O-line.
I'm going to unofficially say that Seth Cole just went over 200 yards.
I'm sure he's way over that, dude. Austin Mueller taking a break. David Crail down to check on him. He's dealing with a lot of cramps the last few weeks. Here comes trainer Tina to take a look at the pit bull. Keep an eye on
First
that,
and
please.
10, Wildcats. Seth Cole again. He's quick. He's hitting the hole hard. He's breaking tackles, and he gains another 4.5 yards.
Give some credit there. Number 42, Cade Sundin, the junior linebacker, does the best job yet tonight. The first time I've seen Seth Cole go down by one tackler.
Wrapped him up, and he had him around the ankle, and he had a good grip on his ankle. And typically, when you twist that ankle real sharply, you tend to go down.
Jack Gale, a sophomore, coming in here to fill the guard duties of Austin Mueller, the pit bull.
2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. 10:30, 10:56, 10:55, and the clock continues to tick.
Positive yardage, positive yardage. Pistol.
Pistol cuts it back up. Thought
Look at
about
him
the
go.
outside.
Look
and
at
he's
that,
got first
huh?
down yardage.
Seth Cole can do it. I can do it too, says Jaden Schwans.
The adjective right there, Mike, is improvisation. That was scheduled to go to the outside, and he goes, "That's pretty clogged up out there." And
All
then
it was white jerseys.
we had a lot of
Great read.
we had a lot of slow cars in the fast lane there, so he went back in the slow lane and cut it back up in there for about 9. First and 10, Wildcats. Clock continues to run, and they move the chains. Up by 14 with just over 10 minutes to go here in the game.
Gabe Globitz doing a little limpy here as a right tackle. Must have gotten cleated there a little bit. Looks like he's kind of grabbing the ankle a little bit.
Coach Crail looking to extend the lead and grind the clock.
Do we need to pass the ball?
I wouldn't. Flag on the play, and that'll stop the clock. It's like a false start potentially on. Nope. Offsides on Hudson.
Against the Raiders.
These guys don't have it over there, do they?
I don't know. I'm curious
Flecker,
as you.
where'd you go? Here, or where'd you go to try to find?
Check that. False start against the
I'm
Wildcats.
gonna ask them real quick. I'm just curious, buddy.
So Mike Cayley's going on reconnaissance. He's going to find out how many yards Seth Cole has because, like you folks at home, we're interested as well. We're doing a lot up here with our team of 4 guys, but all those advanced statistics, that's something we don't have. If you want to join our team, text Mike Cayley and let him know because we got a space for you up in the booth with a clipboard and a pen. Love to have you. First and 15 now for the Wildcats. Give it to Cole. Looking for the edge, following his blockers, and taken down.
Cold carry. Stop by number 53.
Taken down by number 53, Ethan Amelsberg, 6'1", 220 junior for the Hudson Raiders. 2nd and 11 now for River Falls. What do you got, Mike? Anything?
Nothing, buddy.
Nothing. Nobody knows.
Nobody wants to talk to me tonight.
Nobody.
Common theme in my life.
Best thing for the Wildcats, though, the clock continues to run. 9:17, 9:16, 9:15. And the Hudson fans are going tick, 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 tick,
Keep
tick.
an eye on number 57 here. Austin Mueller's got the trainers around him.
Okay, cramping up.
Looks like he might have a neck or something. Not sure what's going on.
Jet sweep to Schwantz.
Oh.
Trying to get the edge and taken down from behind. God, he had his hand up maybe under his helmet, but no call.
Getting up a little slow. There's Hudson number 21. Trying to catch that. Brandon Morey. There down he goes again.
He's got a cramp too. He's holding the back of his knee. I don't know, maybe cramped up.
Well, here comes Austin Mueller putting the headband, the pre-wrap back on, putting the bucket back on, and the old 5'7". Yeah, he had to come in and get some beard oil, Rob thought.
Yeah, I think it's a cramp once again. The kids are cramping up tonight. They're working
Who
so
do we got down
hard.
on our knee here? Isaiah Gray? Who's that? Nope, Big Joe.
Everybody's down on their knee.
Not me. Where's the Mauler?
We're standing up here in the booth. Our heads are up on the ceiling. Someone's trying to scrape me off the ceiling. I get a little excited. 8:42 to go in the contest. Wildcats up by 14, looking to bring the Little Brown Jug back home to the Falls. Still a lot of game to play tonight, but Wildcats burning some clock and moving the ball.
River Falls, Westy, did win it 9 consecutive years. That started back in 1987 all the way up until 1996. Dylan Dock was on the last winning team. He wanted to be sure to text me in and tell me that.
I've already made a couple NFL references. You know, as a Packer fan, I enjoyed the win last night, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm way more entertained tonight.
It's because we got the headset on. Brandon
maybe.
Morey walking off the field on
about
his
that.
own 2 feet. That's good to see.
Just more, I don't know, there's more big plays. I see athleticism. I see emotion.
Energy. A lot more energy in this.
Less penalties. I don't know. This is fun.
Well, Seth Cole, like we said every week, committed to play up at the University of Minnesota Duluth as a Bulldog. 350 people on? You can talk about that.
Yeah, right there. Broke the 300
No,
barrier.
that's not bad. Who's all down there? Both teams are working hard. Jane Doe, nice
There
name.
we go.
Here we go,
Cole
back in the action.
Tries to get to the outside, stiff arm, being
tough.
taken down, and someone had him around the horse collar. That's a tough 2 yards, and a tough 2 years. Tough 2 yards for Seth Cole. It'll be 4th and 10, punt time now for the Wildcats.
There on Haynes, I thought was maybe a little high on that tackle, but obviously the referees know more than I do most of the time.
4th and 10, Stoffel in punt formation.
Jeez. Night Riders coming over. Here comes the D-line coming over to talk to Pete and Range a little bit, make sure they get all their I's dotted, T's crossed.
Stubendick and Bennett Whitcomb back
Peter
deep.
Noreen just walked by the sledgehammer and didn't touch it. Blake Cohen, no one touches it. No one looks at it even.
Stubendick and Whitcomb back deep. Stoffel gets the kick
There's
away.
a dandy.
Nice kick again.
Come on, catch it.
Fair catch. It is fumble.
Wildcat
football!
James Westoff, the blast-off.
Westoff. Second time this year, he has got a fumble recovery on a punt. Alertly right there, Mike Cayley.
Oh, there you go. Interception, and now a botched punt again. And that puts the Wildcats on the offense. Westy's sitting down there right on the 30.
Oh, baby. Blast off Westoff alertly, athletically gets on that loose football, and the Wildcats fortuitously take that miscue by the Hudson Raiders and will set up shop 1st and 10 on the Hudson 31-yard line with about 7.5 minutes to go in the contest, and that's huge.
All right, offense back on. Westy up by 14.
Cole running people over. 9 more yards. Maybe 10. Put another dime on his statistics tonight.
That's just now he's starting, like I said, last possession, he's starting to pick up big chunks of yardage. Offensive line, Austin Mueller back in at the right guard spot, I believe. Yes, he is.
1st and 10.
River Falls, David Creel talking about being an offensive-powered team.
You know, most speedometers go by 1. Seth Cole's going chunks of 10.
Jeez, he's just picking up yardage. He's possessed.
What a game. What a game.
Big Rivers Conference champs last year, deep into the playoffs.
1st and 10 from the 20. I like letting the clock run all the way down, and then they run the clock. Give it to Cole. It's okay.
There we go.
It's okay, and it's about clock now as well. Really nice job there by the senior Peter Noreen.
Yep.
He watches the umpire in the backfield. When there's down to 5 seconds, he puts his hands over his head so that he doesn't hike until then.
35 seconds on the play clock. Is that high school football in Wisconsin?
Yep, so then he'll let it run down and he'll hike the ball. So we're also managing the clock right now with about 6.5 minutes to go in the contest.
Do me a favor, Westy.
Wildcats up by 14.
Tell me which line judge here. I'm seeing who's going to keep track of the clock here. They usually start moving their arm in the last 5 seconds, I believe.
Yes, 5 seconds.
Start doing
yep.
the counting.
Yep,
Is
yep,
the
in the back. Back judge back here. So Peter will watch the back judge back here. There it is. 5 seconds now in the play clock. And he'll hike it. Fumble, ball down, and
good heads-up play.
Seth Cole gets on that. And we're just burning clock now. We're not really moving the football. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
A nice dagger to end one, go up by 21 here. Blake Cole a little struggle on the snap here, Westy, throwing a few balls at Peter Noreen's feet. Peter, being the athlete that he is, able to pick him up that time. A little slippery rock on the turf in this terrible conditions. Boy, that flag is blowing hard tonight, isn't it, Rob?
Wind is blowing straight down. Storm Jepson in the game for the Wildcats.
Isaiah Gray out.
3rd and 14. Ball rests on the 26-yard line, probably just out of Klashevsky's range for a field goal.
Westy. Arm is up. Wildcats come to the line.
3rd and 14.
5, 4,
you better hike it now.
3, 2, and
You didn't
come
get it off.
on! You didn't count right, dude. I counted 4.
And they said 5, and that's going to be a delay game on River Falls.
Well, now we're talking about pushing that back from Steve Klashevsky's distance, I'm sure.
So just under, just about 5.5 minutes to go in the game. And 3rd and 19, we'll call it, for the Wildcats. Tough down here. Might as well go for it a couple times, huh?
No.
Nope. Just burn the clock.
I'm an aggressive guy, but now you got to play smart.
Okay, you got to play smart here. I'm with you. Trips up top, though.
Yep.
Trips up top. Noreen will swing pass to the far side to Flood. Not a lot doing there, but he does break away and gets himself 4 yards. It'll be 4th down now from the 26-yard line.
42-yard field goal here,
Let's
Westy.
see what
the out of the range.
I think so. A little out of the range of Klashevsky.
So here you go, Kevin. You talk about having the athlete Joe Stoffel as your hunter.
Yeah.
Do they rush him out here and just roll him out a little bit? And if he doesn't have anything, then he does a little pooch kick?
punt. I don't mind that.
Nope.
You really want to make Hudson go the whole length of the field here.
No, Rob Deary says just run a normal play.
Run the clock down. So just have broken the 5-minute barrier here in the contest. So again, everybody's watching the clock at home. Tick, tick, tick,
Take your
tick,
delay
tick,
game
tick,
penalty
tick.
again and back it up so you can punt it again. No, I agree with you, but just going through the options, bro.
Right, you want to burn clock.
Well, they're going to run a play.
They're
Here we
going
go.
to pass. Far side, got a man and broken up
good
on the
defense.
far side. That was intended for Joe Stoffel. If he catches that, he might have had 1st down yardage, but come up short, and they'll turn it over on downs with 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the contest. Wildcats up by 2 touchdowns. But Hudson in a bit of a corner here, but still a lot of game left to play.
Halftime score, Westy, 7-6, Wildcats lead. Huddy comes out in half number 2 and opens up on a one-play 46-yard drive. Then goes interception, and a botched fumble on a punt.
Hudson fans on the far side trying to implore their Raiders.
Well, Owen Anderson, we know that, not afraid to huck the ball around a little bit. He's got 2 INTs tonight, 5 on the season. Keep an eye on Arsenio Black here.
Back to pass, looking. Nice pass and catch to the big tight end. That
good zone
goes
read
to
that time.
Carter Herink.
Arsenio Black, good read that time.
Herink makes the catch for 6 yards. But the clock is no friend of Hudson right now as it continues to churn.
What do they say in hockey, Wesley? The hardest lead to keep is a 2-goal lead. Is it the same thing with a 2-score lead in football?
No, I think it's a little better in football.
Momentum turns here
Not
if
a
Huddy
lot,
can bring it
but
within
yeah.
7. 15-15, set number 2 down in Marshall.
We got a flag, false start
Wow.
on It was the receiver on the far side. I believe that was
Number 2. Stubendick?
Nope, it was a guy on the inside. He's also number. Can't see his number. I think it's 27, Matthew Nordahl.
Oh, jeez.
But he went over the line.
Yep.
And then he came back because he wasn't set in the right spot. The referee said, "It's a legal procedure." So 2nd and 8 now. Back to pass, looking again, tipped, but
nice
then caught.
catch.
There's Stubendick there.
Going to be just short of the first down is my guess, Westy.
Just shy.
I was looking at the Hudson sideline thinking a couple years ago they had 41 seniors, and I didn't see that half the team, defensively, is down there. Like, boy, there aren't many guys out.
Boy, they get that a first down. I'm
Yes,
surprised
sir.
they didn't even measure that. That seemed like a half a yard short
No,
to
I
me.
thought from the spot, watching where the foot
Anyway,
was.
1st and 10, move the chains. Just under 4 minutes to go. Another little sit
Come
down.
on,
Better
there it
picked
is.
off!
Peyton Flood.
Peyton Flood, take it to the house! Pick 10, 5, touchdown!
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
Wow, Owen Larson.
Can't touch this.
Rob, I know you hate it, but I think that's the little brown jug dagger.
Pony Boy Flood takes it 44 yards for a pick 6 for the Wildcats! Oh, baby!
Wow.
Peyton Flood, nothing but green grass in the promised land ahead of him, takes that home for 6, and that's a big 6 with 3 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. Wildcats go up by 3 touchdowns.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah, nice. And that one is no good.
Wow, first extra point missed in the career of Steve Klashevsky. Peyton Flood, right, Westy? You calling him all the time in the basketball court. Going down to the state tournament in track, and there's David Crail on the field for a big hug for his senior safety. Well, do we want to go back to that butt-chewing session here a little bit and see if the cornerbacks and D-backs brightened and woke up a little bit?
I tell you what, ever since Coach Crail personally went over and got into those guys, they have really, really responded.
Well, Westy, you might want to start thinking about post-game interviews here, my friend.
I'm thinking about it. I mean, Seth Cole, he's a regular on the post-game show.
That, or you can go 2 doors down and talk to Schurz, and
Yeah.
if you want to get a kid down there. No response from Ryan Schurz on the yardage for Seth Cole tonight. Testing our players, so they went in and now they're putting some backups in. Get them some playing time.
3 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the game. Wildcats now up 34-14
Wow.
over the Hudson Raiders. And this one's for the Little Brown Jug,
Rob,
who hasn't seen this trophy shelf in River Falls in almost 11 years.
Can you scan the sideline over there for a little crate? 66 years. River Falls trying to go up 36-30-1 in this battle between the crosstown rivals, 8 mile apart.
You know what I'd like to hear from tonight? Hooper and Peyton Flood. Talk about those interceptions on
Got
defense.
Arsenio Black
And
got one
Arsenio
too.
Black.
So there he kicked it out of bounds
Yeah.
again. Well, that one might have been strategy, maybe. Darcy Cayley. She knows me. She goes, how many times have you wanted to say Arsenio Hall? I'm like, every time I talk to Arsenio Black, I want to say Arsenio Hall. All right, now it's time to keep your focus here, Westy. 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Boys are fired up. Energy's good. Peter Noreen takes a look at the sledgehammer, but no.
First and 10 Hudson at the 35-yard line.
I think I want to hear from Arsenio Black. I want to see how he felt after he had
Get
the
'em all.
chat. Yeah, will.
Heck, you had 3 guys on week 1.
Yep. And you can't. How can you miss Seth Cole? He's just such a regular.
Well,
he'll have his chance. Let's get defense tonight.
there you go. There's the Mustang. Ball come out? No, nice option.
Gain of 11 for the Hudson Raiders. They'll move the chains.
Jake Miller with the carry.
Here comes Riley Hooper fighting
number
through a little
24,
injury there. Looks like it
Samuel
knocked the knee. Here comes the
Up to the
Mauler,
47-yard
Michael
line.
Cayley, and Austin Mueller coming in.
1st and 10 now for Hudson. Clock continues to run. 3:35, 3:34. Here we go. Under center. They'll hand it off, hit at the line.
Jeez, there's Austin Mueller coming through.
Austin Mueller.
You know, the one thing about the option, that the best thing is, Westy, is you can hit whoever you think the ball carrier is and just lay the lumber to somebody without the ball.
Yeah, right every time.
And who was it, Kellen Kaepernick, or what was that when they were running the Wildcat? You had one option. Ray Lewis had to take the quarterback out every time.
Every time. Second
I like
8
that
now.
job.
He'll hand it off again. Good, hard, strong run up in there and taken down by Arsenio Black and still working. And that's a really big, strong, hard run there.
Oh, who's that kid?
By
How
number
big is he?
17, Chase MacArthur. Chase MacArthur, 6'2", 200. He's a big kid.
First down.
Enjoy the ride home from Hudson, says Johnny Crean. Knight Rider back in.
That's a good point. Blast off Westhoff, who's had 2 great fumble recoveries. I think I do want to hear from him.
Well, West, you got a slew of guys.
Yeah, I know. We got
But we got some problems here on the defense still with personnel. I know they're getting down here and trying to get some people in. Well, that'll do it, Wildcat fans, Legion of Loyal listeners. The River Falls volleyball team goes down to what they say is the best volleyball tournament in Minnesota and opens up 2-0. Takes down Totino Grace in 2 straight sets. Matt Gretz, Renee Derry, everybody down there, thanks for the update, and I hope you guys are all tuning in here. I'm sure the girls are all going to rush to their phone for the last 2:44 of football.
Yeah. That was we get fans out there, man. They want to hear from Westhoff. He's had 2 key fumble recoveries this year. We get all kinds of people to choose from.
You're the interviewer.
I know. We're going to go down there. I wait till I feel it. I like the picks, though. I really want to hear how they respond
I'm
to
going to
that.
go through the 66 years of Little Brown Jug where you're going down there and give the score of every game. That's what I'm going to do for the 2 minutes it takes to get down there.
Seth Cole is easy. The guy's a stud. Why
don't you bring Seth Cole in the offensive line?
There we go.
Get them all.
The fans will want Westhoff. We're getting a call from Westhoff.
Oh, good misdirection.
Misdirection play there. Nice hard run once again by Matthew Nordahl.
Well, nobody's given up here yet, Westy. Waiting to see if the Coach Cowles decides to bring in the JV reserves here, but he's got no quit in him, I'll tell you that. Oh, nice play. Who's that? Riley Hooper on the bottom of that shoestring tackle. Yeah, there he is. Inside backer Riley Hooper getting a little dinged up. Getting slow to get up in a lot of these mass tackles he's in on.
Third down.
So here's what I'm going to get tonight. I'm going to get the 4 big turnovers tonight, the 3 picks and the Westhoff fumble recovery.
Well, let's see. We might have one more. There's that big back. Boy, who stuck his nose in there?
That's number
Sweet
17.
Sammy C. We didn't call his name much tonight.
Chase MacArthur keep running the ball, and the clock continues to run.
Westhoff in the game here on the D side of the ball is Arsenio Hall.
Black.
Thanks, Darce. I appreciate that much. Sticking it in there. Nice defense. Riley Hooper again.
Number 17, Chase MacArthur with a carry. Wrapped up at number 44, Riley Hooper. At the 15-yard line.
So I'm going to start heading down to the sidelines. So I think I'll have some time. But be looking for some defensive players in the post-game interviews. How about that?
Well, the Wildcat volleyball team right now are chanting jug, jug, jug down in Marshall.
Why wouldn't you be?
There you go. Congratulations, girls down there. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful time. First 2 matches. Rob and I will be getting to the Airbnb in Clarkfield.
At about 2 a.m.
Oh, we drive fast. I'll take it at about 54 mile an hour.
Second down and 9 now for Hudson. Handoff.
Oh, just about
up
stripped
to middle,
away.
And good hard hit. And
Damian
still
Hayes, Michael Cayley in on that.
Taken up on number 6.
Gotta say, Westy, first time I've seen my kid lay a little lumber out there. Nice to see him playing physical on the line.
Jug, jug, jug is the chant across the hinterland. Okay, and I'm going to get the on-field mic, and I'm going to go down the field.
1 second. You call this out. I'm going to get Seth.
Okay, you go for that first. We're going to have time. There's going to be some celebration. They're yelling jug, and not before Hudson just scores another touchdown, though, with just under a minute to go.
In the end zone. Touchdown, Hudson.
Touchdown, Hudson. So just under a minute to go in the contest. Hudson's got some fight in them yet. They're not done. They played a hard game tonight. Hats off to both of these teams. And low kick, and it is no good. So they matched the River Falls missed extra point opportunity. So with 53 seconds to go in the contest, the Wildcats 34, the Hudson Raiders 20. What do you got?
I'm there too busy trying to win a football game, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to get in there real quick. Rob, it's going to be your artistic camera duties to find the handoff of the jug. I don't think I've ever really seen this. Last year we had a heartbreaker up in Hudson at the new field, 28-27.
So I'm going to let you take this home and call the win tonight, Mike. I'm going to get the handheld mic, and I'm going to head down towards the sidelines. So that's going to be on Forsky when I get down there, right? All right. So I left that over here. I'm going to go put my blue blazer back on.
Of course you are.
Of course I am. And I will see you from the sidelines.
All right, buddy. Good luck getting down there. All right, 51 seconds to go here. Week number 3, the Raiders are going to open up 0-3, 0-1 in the Big Rivers Conference. River Falls going to be moving to 2-1 and 1-0 in the Big Rivers Conference as the Big Rivers Conference opens up all across the land here. Next week, the River Falls Wildcats will be taking their time down to Menominee. We'll be back down there for that one, and Hudson will be at home against Eau Claire North. Here we go. Kickoff underway. Schwann's on it on the 2. Trying to keep it in bounds. Keep the ball wrapped up, and does. Now you'll see some reserves come in, I'm guessing, from both sides of the ball, and see if we got some new numbers coming in. Not quite yet. Nope. Starters coming back out. Victory formation. Kevin Westhouse, play-by-play guy. Rob Derry on the camera. Jeff Meyer on the production here. We are we Dream Team or A-Team? We're just a team. Caught Wolfman sleeping twice tonight. That's what's up with him. Well, Coach Crail, concerned in a lot of areas of focus. Yep, here we go. All the reserves, I think, coming in. Yes. Nope, never mind. Got to stop calling it. Joe Stoffel sits this one out. Isaiah Gray in. Peter Noreen back behind the line. I believe Wildcats have to run one play before they can hunker down into their victory formation. I'm going to try to make our road trip, Rob, a little bit later tonight, trying to get out of here. It's pretty exciting high school football. Last 3 games here, Wildcats open this one up 34-20. Steady dose of Seth Cole in the offensive line. Like I said, all brand new starters this year, doing a nice job figuring out their ways. Nice thing is, I believe through 3 weeks, River Falls is relatively healthy. We're dealing with some cramps and all that kind of good stuff. And yet another littered flag, and the Wildcats jumped that time. What are we getting here, gentlemen? The last 2 weeks of football, we're getting somewhere between 1,800 and 2,000 total hits. Not bad for high school sports. We don't get much Hudson. If anybody is on from Hudson, thank you. I know you guys had your own team on. Alaska brought in their own team as well. And we'll be driving down to the pits of Menominee next week. Oh, that Highway 29 drive is rough. That's a rough. Take it slow. Rob, we were lucky to get home from there in Menominee last week. Had a few stops. Make sure the Volkswagen Jetta lost some hubcap muffler bearings. Jug, jug, jug as the River Falls fans start the chant, but nobody wants to tune in with Paula Flood. Where is it, Rob? They always start showing the Stanley Cup when it shows up. Does everybody here still have to wear the white gloves? Connor Cardell coming out. 19 seconds, just trying to get this game over and done with. We're going to pack this thing up, get on the road. One stop. A hydration kit. There we are. Finally, the Wildcat players on the sideline. Zach Paulson, hands in the air. 19 seniors get to go out, taking the jug back home. And Rob Derry's going to throw the headset on. I want to see where this is. Is that Adam Cowles coming across the sideline, head coach of the Hudson Raiders, trying to find David Crail, and there David Crail makes his way out to visit with. You see it, my friend?
I do not yet.
Anyone?
Holler if you do. Got a big old handshake and a hug. Where? What?
You see a bag?
What's the sledgehammer doing over
I
there?
have no idea.
Still sitting there.
There it is, Adam Cowles, Hudson staff, River Falls staff coming out. Good greetings. Good ball game here. 34-20 Wildcats.
That was a dandy.
Take the little brown jug from Hudson after a 10-year streak. It has ended.
Uh-oh. Go get the jug and bring it over here, boys.
Hudson staff jogs on back to their sideline. Handshake going across the 50.
You know where they're going. Go get it.
I don't think that's going to be the head coach's job to touch that thing, is it?
I don't know.
Well, where's Westy? There he is. Got the Blazer on down here on the 23-yard line. John Gretz is in the house. Well, there goes River Falls. Seeing if they can pick it up over there, Rob. Anything they're going to pick up?
Maybe it's not here.
Coach is all shaking hands. Does Ryan Schurz get down there? Coach Bahachik over here, two doors down. Well, congratulations to all the Wildcat players, all the coaches. Good start of the year. I know David Creel was not happy last week, and I don't think he's going to walk away as displeased, but still got some room to focus on.
They're going to get it.
And Bob Burrows is right there. You can guarantee, just follow Bob Burrows. The Wildcats looking for the jug. They're hungry. Well, Sledgehammer's still here. That's okay. Coach Creel, last one through the handshake line here. Congratulate a lot of the Hudson players. Monica Wyke. Anybody have it? Well, the captains, it looks like they're over there. I see Isaiah Gray and Peyton Flood. Here comes Joe Stoffel. Give us the jug. Oh, I see the box, Rob.
Where?
On the 42-yard line. You see it? Just walking across the white right onto the field. Yep. I see a small little crate. There it is. Rob found it. Let's see the handoff here. Never seen this. David Creel walking on over, trying to get Seth Cole to come over and grab it. And David Creel takes the handoff from Adam Cowles, I believe, the head coach at Hudson. 10 years it's been up in the Hudson High School. Been through the renovation. Well, now it's going to be probably displayed in the River Falls High School for 1 year at least. There it is. 66 years, and the Wildcats bring home the little brown jug. And Seth Cole is high-stepping it right over to the student section. Well played, gentlemen. There's the Knight Rider joining the huddle late. Same with Peter Noreen. Good game. Great second half for the Wildcats. Recap some scoring here real quick. Seth Cole with 3 straight touchdown runs. Anderson to Stubendick. Anderson to Bonin, and Noreen to Flood to open up the game. Big thing is the Wildcat defense here. The last few possessions coming into the second half. They had 1, 2, 3 INTs.
We got Westy out there. Quiet.
And guys, face mask a little bit there. They responded. How do you feel about that win?
Wow. What can I say? They responded. Yeah, I got after them a little bit.
Thank you.
But I got after them because the expectations are high, because they're talented enough to meet the bar, right? And when those types of plays happen, we're not meeting our own expectations. I know that they're not, so we're gonna play with a little bit of passion. We got some fire, and they responded really well. I'm proud of them.
You know what, I recognize that as a sign of a great coach. When you can get that extra out of those kids, you know their abilities more than they know their abilities. You're able to get that out of them tonight. They came up big in that second half. Some great defensive plays. Congratulations on a huge win.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
There's the jug at his feet, the case at least. See if Westy will linger around trying to paw at a few of these players. Trying to delay our road trip to Marshall. 2 broadcasts tomorrow. Mike and Rob will be down in Marshall for volleyball.
Relentless.
Crowd not going anywhere tonight.
So when they're done, I'm gonna go try to get an interview with Arsenio Black, Peyton Flood, Riley Hoopert, and James Westhoff.
All right, there you go, Kevin
And
Westhoff.
if the Barbarian is in the vicinity, we may get him as well. So stay tuned.
That we will. Yeah, hydration kit, maybe. Get on over and start heading west on 494 until we hit Clarkfield.
IV drip.
IV drip, just to make sure we get
Good
plenty
game.
of Powerade. Tracy Bannett's in the house. I thought maybe he'd be down in Marshall. Rich Herstein, the older brother to Bo.
Must have business at 10-2 in the RF.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, look, Bob Burrows down there by Westy.
He always is. He likes to scoop in on the interviews with K-Dog. He doesn't like that.
Bob's looking good.
He does.
Trim.
Yeah.
Fit.
There's John Stoffel, proud dad of Joe. Dwayne Benedict, longtime coach, teacher here in the River Falls School District. Lori Johnson, wife of Jeff Johnson. Mikey Noreen, I always like his delivery.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Well, there it is. Well, Rob, you got a few guys that graduated. Zach Paulson, Tanner Kelm, right on the team last year. Obviously, Tanner Kelm going through a heck of a battle with cancer. And here comes the fans on the field.
All right.
Yeah, let's see if Raleigh can stop the whiteout.
That's a first.
No, the volleyball team going to be disappointed that they missed this. I'm sure girls just focus
Probably
on
watching
winning.
right now.
Of course they are.
Hey, ladies, good job today.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to sing the fight song together. That's nice to see. Westhouse is going to have to do some digging in that mosh pit.
Oh, yeah. Get in there and start pushing people around,
Yep.
Westy.
That's the loudest I've ever heard him sing that. Nice to win it at home, though, my friend, right? Get a chance to witness some history here. 66 years. Little Brown Jug tradition, and it'll continue to move forward.
Are they bailing on poor Westy?
We're going to have to see if the Blazer can pull someone in.
Holla at him, Westy.
Yeah, get somebody.
Uh-oh, he's making his move.
Where are they going? They
Nothing.
sharing the jug?
Got nothing.
They sharing the jug?
Looks like they're going back to the, going to slap some
where are they
fives. What
going?
are they doing? Where's this?
I'm with Peyton Flood. Big
Hey,
interception
there you
tonight,
go.
Peyton.
Pick
You're in the
six.
quarterback's eyes. How did you manage to walk us through that play?
Well, we were in like a pass prevent defense, and I was playing like a deep third. So the receiver kind of just stopped in front of me, and I saw the ball come out, and I was breaking on the ball, and it just went right through his hands and fell right into mine. So
Perfect.
It was pretty easy.
That's fun. So, one of the more memorable interceptions in your lifetime?
Yeah, the first interception ever.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's a good one to have right there. Peyton Flood, 3 big plays. I know Coach Crail, right after that first touchdown they scored in that second half, I know he got into you guys a little bit and lit you up and was challenging you. How did that make you feel, and then did that help you respond?
Yeah, I think it fired us all up, especially at halftime. You really got us going, and I think we responded well.
Congratulations on a big win, and congratulations on the Brown Jug. I'm going to look for the hoop, too, to see how about his interception. If you see hoop, can you get him for me? Let's go see if we can find him. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Wow,
All right,
they went
Peyton.
through the field. That's
Great
pretty
job,
cool.
Mr. Flood. All right, thank you.
Well, here's Peter Noreen getting interviewed and cornered by Bob Burrows. The high school football team went all the way around underneath the bleachers to celebrate with the fans. Came out the other side, Rob, and we'll see if Westy. Oh, yeah, he's on it. He knows.
Look at this guy.
Look at Ryan Schurz coming out there. He's hugging his daughters. That's awesome to see.
Just call him the Badger.
Mm-hmm. Take care of yourself, buddy. Glad you were up here.
Yeah, we'll get out of here at some
These
point.
yours?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you.
It's not every day you take home the jug.
It might be his.
You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
Who's he looking for? Hope. Oh, he's got him, I think.
Uh-oh.
Somebody stopped one. Nope, you're not going to get it, guys. Sorry, not you.
No, I'm not going to talk to you. No,
Searching.
not going to talk to you.
Seeking.
Uh-huh. There he is. He's pointing at
Nope.
somebody.
Yeah.
He's
Found
Arsenio
him.
Black. You
Get
come
out
over
here,
here.
guy.
Yeah, he's got Black. Here comes Arsenio.
Arsenio Black, right here. Arsenio, I tell you what, how are you doing tonight? Good, how about you? Good. So after that very first touchdown pass they had on that first play in the second half, Coach Crail came over and he got up in your chili a little bit. What did he say to you, and how did it make you feel, and how did you respond?
He told me to respond to adversity and make big plays because this is the last time we'll ever get to do something like this and to make memories. And I just tried to go out there and do my best and forget the mistakes that I made.
And then you come up with that big pick. So walk us through that play.
We were playing cover 3 and I was guarding deep third. And I knew they like to throw to that guy. So I dropped back a little bit and I saw the ball and I went and got it. Tried to make a play.
Tell you what, there's a lot of great things Seth Cole did tonight, but your defense with 3 huge interceptions and the big fumble recovery by Westhoff. That was a huge pick by you tonight, and I love the way you responded to Coach Crail tonight. I tell you what, you played a heck of a second half, and that interception was huge.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How does it feel to have that Brown Jug back in River Falls?
Feels great. I mean, you look up to like all the other older guys, like my brother, who never got the opportunity to do this and bring the jug home, and it feels good to be us to do that. And yeah, I'm happy for River Falls and all the fans who came out here to watch us.
Congratulations. Great interception tonight. I love the way you responded to Coach. Great job, Sunil Black. All right, back up to you guys.
All right, there's Kevin Westhouse doing the on-field stuff. We're going to buckle this thing up because we got to drive to Marshall to do 2 more broadcasts tomorrow night.
You got work to do tomorrow, bud.
Woo!
You know that.
Jetta's got 200 miles till she needs a refill, Rob. Seth Cole, Peter Noreen, you got the little brown jug box, and Seth Cole, if you want to get that closing shot, right down here on the 50-yard line.
All right, we're looking right up there. Riley Hoopert.
Oh,
we're
no.
going to talk about interception tonight. Walk us through that play.
I read pass, I dropped back, I just read the QB's eyes, and that's about it. I mean, there's really not much to say. It was a great play. I had great blocks.
It's always fun to see green grass ahead of you, too. Was there any point in that long return you thought you were going to take it to the house?
I did. At the end, I thought I was going to take it. And at the last guy there, I thought I was going to beat, and he got my back foot, and he
I hope you had 22 more yards to go.
I was getting pretty excited.
I know Coach Crail was a little bit upset after that loose coverage, after that first touchdown pass in that first play of the second half. He kind of got into you guys a little bit. How did that help you respond?
Well, it motivated us. I don't know what to say. Like,
I would say so.
He got on us, and he just said he challenged us to not let him score again and no more big plays, and that's what we did.
I love the way you responded to Coach Crail. You come up with a big pick, not 3 big picks tonight, and then James Westhoff with that huge fumble recovery really to seal the deal.
That helped a lot. That was big props on him. He's a fast kid, and he's good at his job.
This is a night you'll remember for a long time. Oh, yeah. Enjoy it all the way. Hey, great game, great pick tonight. All right, thank you. Hoop. Back up to you guys.
All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. We got Kevin Westhouse on your play-by-play. We got Mike Cayley doing your color, Rob Derry on your camera, Jeff Meyer on the production. We want to thank one more time the great people down at the First National Bank. Pretty cool, guys, as we talk about this a lot, and to watch high school sports and have the opportunity for everybody around the world to tune into this. So let's wrap this thing up, Jeff, and be sure to always unleash your inner Wildcat.